Hello, hello, hello. What's up? Sorry, I was kind of on time, but then Kirby reached out to me and was like, "Hey, I'm gonna be late." And then I was talking to him, and I got a little bit distracted. I'll blame him since he's not here, so he can't hear me blaming him, which is that's the way that we do things. So yeah, hey everybody, it's great to be back for another Minecraft Tuesday, back at our normal time. So hopefully Dreams can be here. I don't know because I haven't talked to him in a while on stream. In chat, we've been talking quite a bit, but miss him. Other than that, I haven't looked at specific numbers, but from some of the feedback I've already gotten, the video from yesterday, people seem to have really enjoyed it, which is fantastic because I was so excited to release it because it's the first part of like a huge series that I'm going to be doing going forward. It's a huge series that I'm going to be doing going forward that talks about some big printer upgrades that I've been doing on the side. And I'm hoping that it will also serve as a way for people to like kind of follow what I did if they want to make similar changes to what I did. So, yeah. Um what the heck is up with my sources? Sorry, I'm about to transition over into gameplay and something's up. What the heck? No, what's this? There we go. I don't know what was going on there. I was like halfway in. I don't know why the realm is taking so long to I don't know if the why it's taking so long to connect to the realm. But while we're waiting, I'm going to get my music set up. Holy moly, it is taking forever to load. Are we finally in? Oh my gosh. I don't know why that took so long. That was a little embarrassing. Not for me. Okay, sick. And this goes right to Kirby's house so I can... Ah! Okay. So, yeah. For today, I don't really have a big plan because we just finished like a huge build. Not for me. You, hey, Gigi, it's good to see you. Oh, I want this one. I don't want these. Don't need this either. What's up? Hey, watch your mouth. There's children. Don't need this. I gotta take these back to where I got them from. What? What? Kirby is here. Yeah, he's here. What about it? Guys, say hello to Kirby. Make him feel good, cause he's really self-conscious about his hair today. It's really messy. So don't call him out on it. How's the music? Is the music good or volume for everybody, or is it too loud? Excuse me. Why was I collecting gold? I feel like I was collecting gold for a reason, and I totally forgot what that reason is. Was it just because I wanted it? Music is good. Fantastic. Kirby's probably munching and crunching on his lunch. I don't need these. I'll take this. He's muted. No, he's not muted. His mic's messed up.
My mic was messed up.
Yeah, it's okay. You can keep blaming
Damn
me.
it, dude. Every time I restart my computer, I need a new back. I've been talking this whole time. I even switched scenes to my just chatting scene and was trying to talk. And dear Lord, man.
I am very happy that I was right. Because a lot of the time it's like, no, Ace is the wrong one.
No, that was me this time.
I know, because I just reset my DAC as well. So I was like, there's no way.
I've been looking at a different one. Because the biggest issue I have with mine is that, well, sometimes it just disconnects from USB and I have to unplug and replug it back in.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't happen very often, and I think that's just Windows, and I don't know if there's a way I can fix that. But the latest thing is that, well, not the latest, but the most annoying thing is that the phantom power, so some mics need phantom power to run.
Mm-hmm.
They don't just run off of line power, so they need like an extra 48 volts or whatever. It's a button and not a switch. So every time I turn on my computer, I have to remember to, or usually I have to remember to hit the button so that it turns on the phantom power.
Gotcha.
And I'm looking at a DAC that has a switch instead so that I can just leave it on, because I'm not going to be plugging in a mic that doesn't take phantom power.
Yeah, that makes sense. I actually, fun fact, one of the groups when I did my high school senior capstone, one of the groups that was not against us, because that makes it sound like we're competing, but one of the other groups did.
But you are. Everything is a competition.
Everything is a competition. Don't trust your neighbors.
You have to climb the corporate hierarchy and get to the top. Otherwise, you're a failure of a human.
That's actually true. The Phantom Tax. That's what it is, guys. Phantom taxed your power. Anyway,
they phantom taxed my power and my mic doesn't work.
So their group was looking at a and I'll never forget this because I don't mean to sound like a shill, or that's not the right word. Like I'm overstating it, but this question that they got at their capstone review completely changed the way that I look at engineering. So they presented a project where it was a, you know how you can buy those like smart outlets now that like you plug devices into and it lets you control the outlet, like turn it off and on. Have you seen those?
Yeah.
So I think like Eufy does one, the people that do the like Wi-Fi or whatever. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So they made a system that would actually tell you live information that was coming out of the outlet. Now that might be like actually a product now, but back in the day it wasn't. And it was really cool. They had like an Arduino hooked up that would read like the voltage, and it would tell you like how much voltage was being run through it, and then it would tell you like kilowatt hour usage of the outlet, which is like super cool for an engineer. But what the question was like, the person asked, hey, so like you're selling this to engineers? And they were like, no, we're selling this to like the average customer. And they were like, well, can you think of anything that the average customer would have a trouble with? And they were like, no, our system's perfect. And they were like, well, when I get my bill from the power company, what does my bill say? And they were like, kilowatt hour usage. And he's like, I think you're missing the point. When I get my bill, it gives me a dollar amount. Is there a way that you could have the system take the kilowatt hour numbers and give them a dollar amount so that the average consumer could look at it and say, okay, this is using like 3 cents worth of power, you know? And that completely changed the way that I look at presenting engineering and stuff like that, because to me, kilowatt hours make sense because I deal with that quite a bit. But they make a great point. Nobody's going to give a shit about reducing their kilowatt hour usage, but they might care about reducing their cost. And so, like, that would be a legitimate thing for the product to have. I thought that was a very interesting change in thought. Anyway, I didn't mean to go on a yap sesh there, but regardless. See, my computer doesn't use phantom power because I just pull the cord every night when I'm done with it.
Not your computer. Hang on. My audio is so fucked. I don't think it wasn't even capturing desktop audio at all. So I think you were mute on my stream the entire time.
Oh man, I told that whole
watch.
good ass story and your chat missed it. Shame. I could tell it again. I'm kidding. I know you don't like my stories.
That's not true. That's not true.
Did I tell you about the James Bond villain guy in my class?
What the fuck?
So there was a guy who we were on Zoom in my one class, and he's got what I can only describe as like a James Bond villain like layer behind him as a Zoom background. Like it's his house. It's not like a fake Zoom background. Or it was real. It wasn't like one of those fake backgrounds, but it looked like, so it was, the walls were brick and he had like a bookshelf in the back, but like it was recessed into the wall. And he had those like blinds that like let a little bit of light through. You know the ones I'm talking about. Like the I think they're like plastic, or you can get them as metal sometimes. Anyway, he had those blinds, and he's watching Fox News in the back, and it's like playing like Fox News in the back of on this like giant TV. And then midway through the lecture, he pulls out a pipe and starts smoking a pipe. And I'm not talking like smoking like a vape pen, like a fucking Sherlock Holmes, like curled, like pack the tobacco in and go with the pipe. I was like, who are you? Who are you? Smoking on that Sherlock Holmes pack got me knowing shit.
My audio's still messed up, man. I had the perfect setup with my old headset and had to go fuck it up.
Whoa, watch your language.
I had to go fuck it up.
I'm gonna get demonetized now.
I can't. The problem is now Discord and my desktop are all through the same channel. So, and in my ears, you're the right volume. But I can't turn you up more in OBS.
That's very weird.
You're already at the max volume in OBS. It's like, oh. Wait, I have an idea.
Me when I have an idea. I love trading with villagers. I should do another stone run today. That might be kind of fun.
Can you, like, talk a bunch?
Yeah, so I could keep going about this kid. We were talking about...
Okay, that's better.
Okay. We were talking... Today...
Just interrupt you until you
You're
stop
like,
talking.
alright, shut the hell up. So we were talking about vacant lots. Because we're talking about, like, environmental health and how, like, we could improve health in cities. And one of the proposed solutions was to turn vacant lots in, like, fix up vacant lots. And he had this huge problem with it. He was like, do you think it's like an overstep of government? And they're like, like lots are vacant. Like nobody claims to own them. He's like, yeah, but like, should the government choose that? And they're like, what do you mean? They're vacant. Nobody's claiming them. They're not stealing.
Them. Nobody wants them.
they're an eyesore. And after finally he like relented on that point, they were like, well, what do you think of when you think of vacant lot? And I was like, a lot of weeds, like a lot of grass, because like typically they get overrun. He was like drug dens, shootings, and you can't take one step onto them without stepping on a heroin needle. And I'm like, what city have you what city are you walking in?
It's the classic somebody makes something up to be mad at. That happens all the time.
And the thing that I found crazy is
idea in your head, and then you just make up people, you make up places just to support your idea.
Yeah, he's a very outspoken individual, is what I will say, to not be too mean. But he like interrupts people, and he's just really rude. And I'm like, where do you get off acting like this? I got like so frustrated. Like today we were supposed to be talking about it was actually like a really cool question, and I gave what I thought was a really good answer. And he was like, well, what about VR headsets? And I'm like, what? So the question was, if you took all of your other senses away and you like put you in a forest, what aspect of the forest of green do you think would give you a positive feeling? Because a lot of people like a lot of the stuff that we've talked about is like how green space is a positive. Like looking at flowers is nicer than looking at a Walmart warehouse. Again, I'm trying to really emphasize the fact that I am really not like, this isn't like political, like what we should do with any of this. It's purely like a science thing of like what we should do with the science. Anyway, so he was like, what do you... And I said, I think that it's actually not based off of the actual environment, rather what your background in history is. Because multiple studies show that, for instance, what did I say? I'm sorry, I'm trying to play Minecraft and make sure I don't mention any specifics to dox me. I said there's multiple studies out there that show that urbanization negatively impacts your stress, your response to stress, if you were introduced to urban areas at a young age, so like from birth until like 12 to 15. And I said, in that case, I don't really think that it has anything to do with the visual information you're getting. And then I related it to a YouTube short that I had seen, because that's what I love to do, is take things that on the surface seem unrelated and make them like the crux of my argument. But anyway, there was a YouTube short that I saw where I believe it was a man in Japan who makes art where he takes photos and he removes all of the color from the entire photo and only replaces it with blue, white, and black pixels. But the thing is, when you zoom out on the picture, your brain fills in the gaps and adds extra colors because it knows what it should be. Like the example is, he has a cake with strawberries on it, and the strawberries turn red despite the fact that there is no red pixels in the entire image. And he shows it by like zooming in on the picture, and you can see that there is no blue or there's no red, but you zoom out and the red like appears. It's like a fun thing. And I said, I feel like that's an explanation as to why we're seeing this in the lab, where, people that are introduced to urban spaces at early ages have these like negative health outcomes because their brains have been like trained to respond that way. And he had some like stupid response to that. I'm like, come on, man. That's like a really well documented, educated, like engaging answer to your question. You have to steamroll me on that. Anyway, sorry, I've been writing a bunch of final papers, so I'm kind of in my excited about published work phase right now.
Yeah.
Turn vacant lots into retirement homes, like retirement villages in Sweden, that allow the elderly to feel like they're in society. Wasn't that there was a movie about that I keep seeing in my TikTok feed?
The Truman Show.
No, that's a different one.
You gotta be
I feel
careful
like
with retirement homes because a lot of those.
I feel like Jim Carrey was in that movie that I'm talking about. Ironically enough. Anyway.
Maybe. He's in a lot of movies.
Why has everybody always not got any ability to trade? Oh, speaking of retirement homes, there are economists who believe that, well, it's a fact that as the baby boomers die off, it will be the largest transfer of wealth generationally in history. But what economists are worried about is that transfer of wealth is going to go directly into the healthcare sector, specifically the retirement home or like assisted living spaces, which are historically really not great, for lack of a better adjective.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe I need to watch less news and more funny HoloLive videos. I tried.
Yeah, that too.
I tried getting off of TikTok and going onto Instagram, and now all I get are car crash videos. Like I saw a video of a guy driving a tractor trailer in India, and a metal bar breaks through his windshield and impales him in the head. And it doesn't cut, and it doesn't, like, there's no bullshit. You just see this man die on camera. And up in the top, in little text, it says,
so much.
oh, it gets better. Up in the top, in little font, it says, don't worry, everyone in this video turned out all okay. To, like, get it past the, like, Facebook meta, like, algorithms, they put that text there, despite the fact that there is a man being impaled through the skull by a metal bar. And then I saw another one where a plane was landing and the tires hit somebody as the plane landed. Instant, just, like, red cloud. Like, gone.
Yeah, there's websites for that.
Yeah,
like,
that's why
I
Live
hate
Leak
that
got
people
shut
just
down.
Post. No, it got shut down for very different reasons. Nobody cared about that stuff on it.
Yeah. Well, it is kind of funny to see that now that TikTok is probably going to be, not probably, is going to be sold to a American company, we're probably going to start seeing that kind of shit on TikTok now too. I mean, I'm already starting to see
Well,
it.
I mean, it depends how it gets sold, because they might sell it without the algorithm, so the algorithm might still. But who knows? I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna
I don't know.
work.
I'm not too positive towards it because I hate all the American social media apps.
Yeah, and it's one of those things you're trading off potential Chinese spying for American spying.
Oh man,
Like,
I really want to talk about this, but I do not want to get in any sort of
We
trouble.
don't have to. We don't have to.
Kind of reminds me of, I was talking to my grandma yesterday, and she was like, I don't like buying things online because I don't like my credit card information being out there. I was like, no offense, Grandma, but the people that steal your credit card information don't steal it off of websites anymore. They already just have your credit card number from when it was created. So,
Yeah.
like, if they're going to steal it, they're going to steal it right now. And she goes, yeah, you're right. I love my grandma. She's really smart. Anyway, that's kind of how I feel with the spyware stuff. It's like, no offense, but every app sells your data. Now Discord is in this huge, there's the possibility that Discord might get in that big lawsuit because there's a website where you can buy all of your Discord history for $5 on anybody you want. Did you hear about that?
Terrifying. Yeah, I did.
I gotta sign that. I gotta sign that waiver, so I can join a class action if there is one. I keep forgetting to do that, and I think it's May 14th, because it's 30
Yeah.
days after enacting.
As much as I hate class actions because it's literally the lawyers profiting, no one else. It's
Yeah.
still important to fucking hurt the company that caused it.
That's
I
true.
think.
That's true.
Like, yeah, you're gonna
Hey,
get
there's
what,
a
like
chance that
10,
there's a
15
chance
bucks?
that Razer might learn their lesson after this whole Zephyr shit. Did you hear about that?
No.
Oh, I got to tell you new information about PC players. So, do you remember in 2021 when Razer came out with the face mask called the Zephyr? It was
Oh
like an
yeah.
RGB. So
Yeah.
on the website, up until release, they were like, it's N95, N95, N95. Like it's certified to help protect against COVID. When they came out, they were tested by Naomi Wu as well, which was super exciting to see. That they're not actually N95 certified. And so
Yeah.
there was a huge class action lawsuit, and then they were forced to pay a settlement to the government for lying. I don't know all the
Nice.
specific terms because I'm not a lawyer. But I believe it's like teens million, so like 13, 14 million, something like that they have to pay out. But they have to fully refund every single person that bought a Zephyr and then also pay the settlement out to the government for lying. I think it's like the Trade Commission or something like that gets the money. But either way,
Oh yeah, the FTC. It's probably because it was like a false advertising lawsuit.
yeah, that's what I believe. But I don't quote me on that one because I can't remember the specifics. See, what we say in engineering is a fine is just included unless it's more than how much you make.
Yeah, it's part of business.
Yeah, so like look
Yeah,
at the
when
Ford
Apple
Pinto.
gets slapped with like $1 billion lawsuit, well, they make they make how many $1 billion?
Yeah,
per year?
no, that's the thing. The fine has to be more than what they make, otherwise it's not a fine. It's just a tax.
Yeah.
And speaking of, so you know how I'm the guy that's like, I know when the sales are going on. Like I'm the economist when it comes to getting things on sale. Um, recently a study came out where, actually, I'm completely lying. The study was referenced by Game Theory's offshoot. I think it's Fashion Theory. They're the ones that talked about it. I was watching their video. So they were talking about this study that came out that showed that retailers would clearance their items forever to make it seem like they were giving you a good deal when in reality that was just their price. You know, because it's not a sale if it goes
That
like
happens so often online.
they said that the only stores that consistently passed the like it's actually a real sale were Costco, Apple, and one more that I can't remember. But I'm not surprised because Apple, as much as everybody dislikes Apple, I think they are very honest with their prices. Like when a thing's a sale, it's a sale. When a thing is a price, it is a price. They don't really bullshit you when it comes to price. Some of the other companies do, but that's the one thing I think that Apple does good. They've got a model and they stick to it. But yeah, it was interesting. Speaking of sales, I don't know if do you own any physical game systems besides your PC?
I don't. My brother does though.
I would go to well, you work there at Walmart. They have crazy deals on a bunch of their games. I got I think 4 or 5 games for $5.
They're getting rid of all their physical games. That's why.
Yeah, I know, and I'm benefiting off of it. Wonder why. Well, I have a couple reasons, but none of them are substantiated. They're just me, like, postulating. But I don't know. I hate shopping at Walmart anymore. I feel like a criminal whenever I shop there. Or I feel like I'm being treated like a criminal whenever I shop at Walmart.
Oh yeah.
Like, my sister and I went on Sunday, and we were in the Lego aisle looking at Legos, and we got stopped. Like a guy stood in the middle of us and picked up some random piece of like random box of Lego and started like holding it like a character in a Resident Evil game. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Like, get away from me! And
That
had
was
to cut.
definitely one of the
Definitely a secret shopper.
asset protection people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, get the hell away from me! Who are you? And then I was in the clearance aisle and I texted my dad because they had a tool on sale, and I was like, oh, do you want this? And I was waiting for his response, and this lady came up, and I guarantee she was a secret shopper because she picked up a Trolls blind bag and looked at it for a solid 2 minutes. Like, this lady had to be like 40 or 50 years old. She had gray hairs, and you're telling me she picked up and had to really look at the Trolls blind bag in the clearance section? Like, there's no way. There's no way she thought I was going to steal. But
Yeah,
I got to say, the actual Walmart workers are the only good part about Walmart, in my opinion. Every time I have ever spoken with a Walmart employee, they have been super nice to me. Asset protection makes me feel uncomfortable, but that's a separate thing.
You have to be
protection.
you have to be a certain type of asshole to be somebody who works in asset protection, because I mean, especially at a company like Walmart or Target or these multi-billion-dollar companies, the price of shrink is factored into the price of products. So you are directly benefiting the richest of the rich by stopping people from shoplifting.
I think the thing that's the craziest is I believe it was Walmart or I can't remember which store it was specifically, but one of the big chains gotten into I don't know if it was a lawsuit or what it was, but they reported that they like have all this shoplifting, and then it came out that shoplifting accounts for, I think, like single digit percentages of their loss.
Yeah.
So like 5% of their loss. All of the rest of it is corporate theft. And it's like, no way.
Yeah, they can say, oh,
I think it was Target, actually.
We have like $3 billion in shoplifting. Well, they make like $150 billion per year.
Exactly.
So.
And the thing that bothers me, and why I said, this is why I think that physical stores are losing to Amazon, because I don't want to go and shop, because I don't like feeling like I'm a criminal for shopping. I don't like feeling like I'm being watched like a hawk as I'm going through. And I hate having to go up to the person and be like, could you get me out that copy of Sonic Origins, please, out of the lockbox for me? Like, I really want to, like...
I mean, games have been locked up for a while, though.
I know. It's always bothered me. Because then it's like, I have to go and get somebody, and then I have to tell them which games I want. And most of the time, the people working at the Walmart don't know what games are, and so they're like, which one is Sonic? Is that like this one or this one? And oh, it's such a pain. But now definitely is the time to buy from them because they're going on crazy sales. But it kind of sucks because the best deals that you'll ever get are on physical media. And now all these places are going fully digital, so you're going to have to spend more.
I don't know. Steam sales are still pretty baller.
All right. Gonna say something a little controversial. PC doesn't really count in what I'm talking about.
Fair.
Because PC is its own separate beast. And I wish I had the article just to like show it, but PC players are the most frugal of the entire gaming market combined. So like Xbox,
I'm
Switch.
sure there's a lot of people, and I'm one of them. Well, no, I've been buying games at full price lately, but I used to never, ever buy a game at full price. No matter how much I wanted it, I would wait a year for it to go on sale.
I have never. I cannot tell you. I could tell you what games I've bought in the past probably 3 years offhand with pretty good accuracy. I cannot tell you a single game in that list that I paid full price for. Physical, digital, PC,
I
Switch,
have a few.
Xbox.
Dude,
nothing.
I paid full price for Baldur's Gate. Still haven't played it. I want to play it, and I don't mind because, I mean, they did a good job with the release. They clearly actually cared about the product that they were making. So I don't mind supporting them, but I still haven't played it.
Yeah, I do not pay. I do not pay full price for anything. Cynthia was not mad, but she was like, "Dang," because she really wanted to play Helldivers with me, and I was like, "I'm not paying $40
that's
for a
another
game."
one I paid. I bought Helldivers. Still haven't played it.
It came out on PS5. It has like a physical edition. I was tempted to buy it because I'm like, "Ooh, physical media." I love physical media for games. I don't like digital for 2 reasons. One, if you ever decide to, like, if you ever lose your profile, you're gone. Like, you don't own your games anymore. Like, I'm now finding this out because all of my legacy consoles, like my Xbox 360 and my PS3, I lost all the DLC for all those games because I no longer have the sign-ins for them because they were like when I was a kid, you know? And also at any point, you never own it. You're paying to rent it, basically.
Yeah.
Because
So
at any point...
as soon as Ubisoft decides that you don't own it anymore, it's gone.
Yeah, like... and every time I say this, I get that comment that's like, well, they said they won't do it. Yeah, they said they won't do it. Like, that's not an excuse. They said it. It doesn't mean it's actually true. Do you have it in writing? Do you have it as a contract? And even if you did have it as a contract, what's stopping them from just breaching contract and then paying out the fine like we were just talking about?
Yeah.
Like, anyway, we've already seen that happen. Like during the pandemic when Disney Plus and them were releasing movies on demand, like the Mulan movie and stuff like that. Oh, that's lava. Why is there lava there? Anyway.
For fun.
I'm a goofy, silly little guy. So I believe it was Amazon. I don't think it was Disney Plus, and I don't know the specific movie, so I'm sorry. But there was a couple movies that you could buy to stream, like Mulan, for instance. And Amazon has since taken them off the store, and now you can't watch it because it's off the streaming platform. So, like, that's it. Sorry. You don't own it anymore. And for a lot of those that are streaming only, they don't have a physical release, so they're just lost media at that point. It's crazy. Anyway. I didn't mean to go on a tirade. Oh, I do have some cool news for you. I know you've been talking about how you really want a Soval, but now might be the time. A Soval S06 or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
So many names for all this shit, I can't keep track of it.
Soval's okay. Soval has been consistently, every time they release a new printer, it gets a new number. So it's SV01, 02, 03, 04, 05, 06, 07.
I don't care how good the naming system is. There's like 8 bajillion companies that make 3D printers. I can't keep all of it straight.
True.
Because I thought it was the SV8, but apparently it's the V6. See, like, I can't keep this stuff straight.
It's the SV08.
08, okay. Gotcha. It's not the 8, it's the 08.
They also...
Even though you just explained to me that the 8th one is 08. So... Yeah. Actual glasses eyes emoji over here. Anyway, you know how oh, what's the word? I lurk on websites checking for prices. Micro Center right now, they're running a deal, 10% off immediately off of any printer that you buy. And so that includes anybody. That means right now you can get the KE for $230. I don't know how much longer I can hold it in before I just end up going and buy that. 230? That's what I paid for my Ender V2 a year ago. And now I can get one with integrated clipper and a filament runout sensor and the KE's hot end. Like, how can I say no to that? I'd be a fool. Oh, I think the SE is now 160. Let me check, actually, because I'm... Are you there?
Yeah, I'm just looking at something.
Oh, okay. Oh, I should look at the Mini. Hold on, let me see if they have the Bamboo Mini. Because you were talking about the all-in-one. That's a good question.
It's a good price, but damn, I don't want to buy a Bamboo Lab.
I don't either.
I think it's worth it, especially now since a lot of places are.
The A1 Mini combo is 400.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's still kind of expensive for me.
For a printer and a multicolor thing.
Yeah.
What do you mean that's still expensive?
I think it's I just think it's limited. I don't think it's as good as people say it is.
You realize the first generation of the Creality stuff is going to be like it's going to only be on a $500 printer, and it's probably going to be at least $200 for the multi-material stuff as well.
Okay.
Because I don't think they're going to.
No, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying for me.
I guess.
This is
yeah,
normally
if
I argue for the population at large, but for me right now, I don't think it's worth it right now. 400? Nah, I'm sorry.
I guess, yeah, that makes sense.
For a bed slinger that's about as big as my Monoprice Mini, like I would feel so limited. I don't know what I'd do with it. Honestly,
I don't ever fill up a build plate ever.
I don't know. So you were talking about getting it for business, and for that I would be like, I don't know. I feel like if you were making it for business, you would hate the limitations. Because if you're making it for business, you want to fill the build plate because it saves you filament, because your purge tower doesn't have to be as thick. And it saves you operating costs because you can get more out, all that stuff. I think you would be like, it's too small, I wasted my money. I should have waited and gotten a more expensive but more robust machine.
Since there's so many options now as far as like tool changers are going to be a thing in a couple of years, a big thing in a couple of years.
I don't even think it'll be a couple of years. I think it'll be a couple of months, honestly. I think by the end of the year we'll see the next big AMS unit. I wouldn't be surprised if Creality has theirs out for the fall.
Tool changers, not AMS.
Oh, tool changers. Oh.
AMS, yeah,
really?
for sure.
We're going to talk about tool changers again?
That's already happening. I think tool changers are the bigger deal than AMS.
I agree with you, but I don't see them
years, though,
unless they. How do I say this and not sound like a shill? Because I agree with you, but I'm going to sound like a shill when I say this. Until Creality makes a tool changer, I just don't see them being viable.
Well, that's the thing. It's gonna take,
because they're
right now. Okay, so when multicolor, it used to only be like DIY or Prusa, and those were viable options for the people who really wanted to tinker. But then it took Bamboo Lab to come out with it, and then a couple of years later, now you have this big influx of Creality.
I think you misinterpret my feelings.
All that.
You are absolutely correct. I think that the industry needs innovation. I just don't like Bamboo.
I know.
So anything they do, I'll be the biggest hater.
It is going to take Bamboo to release a tool changer. And then a couple more years for people to realize, oh, wait, it's not because it's a Core XY, it's because it has a cool tool changer. So let's start working on that, and then
I just hate it because I guarantee they're gonna be like tool changing for everybody, and it's gonna be like a $3,000 printer, and it's gonna be like no, Who the hell buys this? And and then you remember all the shit that happened with the A1, not the mini, just the standard A1. And you're like,
Yeah,
huh,
it's,
maybe I
you
shouldn't
see
trust
it's-
them to lead innovation.
did you see that A1 is back?
It is.
Yeah.
Micro Center's not selling it.
New cable design. They'll probably wait to make sure it's good before they sell it because they don't want to deal with the refunds. Because apparently, if you bought it through Micro Center,
Mm-hmm.
even though it should have still been recalled and refunded, Micro Center basically ate the cost of that because Bamboo Lab just
If I were Micro Center, I would never ever sell another Bamboo product ever again.
Yeah.
That is asinine. That's like lawsuit level asinine. If I were Micro Center, I would sue Bamboo for that. That is crazy to me.
I think Bamboo has made it right, but still that shouldn't have been something that
That's crazy.
Micro Center had to deal with at all.
Everything you tell me, I hate them more than I did the last time you said anything.
Yeah. I mean, it's easy to say, oh, new company, growing pains, but at this point, they're not a new company anymore.
Everybody cycles through excuse after excuse after excuse. Like, the $1 billion company isn't gonna fuck you, bro. Like,
yeah.
You don't have to keep glazing.
You don't have to keep defending them. Yeah.
Like, they do not care about you. They do not care. The only thing they care about is money. What am I looking up? That's it. I'm looking up art because I want to do a pixel art today. That's what I'm feeling like. I kind of wanted to do Supersonic since this week's theme is Sonic. It would be kind of cool to make him completely out of gold.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think that's what I might do as like a fun little thing. So
I want to start designing the walls for the perimeters so that we have a bunch of space for pixel art.
Yeah, I want to do some more complex pixel art because the pixel art that I've been doing, like spend like maybe a stream and a half doing the pixel art. Like that's how extreme it'll be. I do want to set out a space in the perimeter that's a chunk, or that's a map big that we make just all white and we can use it to make like art for paintings.
I don't think we should put that in the perimeter.
But it would be really easy if we did.
It can literally go anywhere. It doesn't need to be in the perimeter.
I guess, but we already have this. We already have the space set out for it. And
yeah,
it doesn't. It doesn't. Hey, hold on. It doesn't matter elevation, so we could put something underneath it.
Yeah, but then you need to make sure that's all lit up. I don't know. I think that would just kind of be a big eyesore, kind of. Just a big flat.
As if the perimeter itself isn't a huge, ugly asshole.
I just think there's better ways to do it because, like you said, elevation doesn't matter. So we can just go out in the middle of nowhere and make it. Like it doesn't.
Elevation changes the colors. That you are correct. What I mean is, let me clarify. You can have stuff underneath it, and it won't change the white layer.
I think we should just.
My biggest op is
to like the desert.
Kirby.
We could just build it next to the other.
By the way, it's good to see you. I'm glad that you're back. I haven't seen you in a while. What was I doing? Oh, that's right. I'm setting up the pixel art that I'm going to make today. I got so into my conversation with you about the perimeter. I totally forgot. Oh, man. I have not had any of my... the reference is still that carpet from AliExpress. I've been laying on that thing. It is not very comfortable to lay on.
Then
Schedule finally matched up. And my school is like the semester is about to end, so I should be able to switch my streams back to something a little bit more friendly for most of the people on my that watch my channel. Where is it? There it is. Sick. Look at that. We did it. Supersonic is real. I think it would be really cool to make him completely out of gold. So I'm going to try and do it. Let's see how it goes. I feel so bad for the one chat member who lives in India, I believe he said it was. Because I don't think he's been able to be at a stream since we streamed at noon. And even then, those streams were like at midnight for him. But I could not wake up and stream at 8. My commentary would be like, You're
not gonna hit every demographic. I think you think too much about it sometimes.
India is a heck of a time change, that's true. No, but I like having people in chat that I can talk to. If I wanted to play games alone, I wouldn't stream.
Fair.
Oh, man. As Mr. Beast said, there's no such thing as an algorithm, just bad videos. As he posts all his videos on Twitter and changes his thumbnails hundreds of times within a half an hour to get more views. What was it? Pixel art, that's right. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
I like 8 a.m. Saturday streams. You have a viewer from South Africa? That's crazy.
8 a.m.
On a Saturday? That's rough. I
have to be at work at 8 a.m. on this Saturday.
This dude works. LMAO.
Dude, I thought about talking and trying to get my schedule changed off of the weekends because it's rough, man.
Just quit your job.
I wish I could.
I wish I didn't need money to live.
No, not just that. I wish, yeah. It's just harder to justify looking for a job when I know I want that job to be part-time. Because it really limits what you can get.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. Hold on.
Although, a full-time job from home would make it a lot easier. Like if I got like a dev job or something. So I probably should just keep looking. Keep trying to get something that's work from home.
Okay. What does your wall say? Oh, my bad. I completely flew past that. It says Kirby bit. I should put soul sand underneath these. I can't get a good angle on it. Yeah. I think it's kind of crazy that these days you have to have 24/7 availability for every job. I can't Quibby Blit.
I very much dislike because my schedule changed to Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So I work the weekend, which sucks. But it also changed so that every other Saturday I'm working a full 8 hour, 9 hours, because fucking yeah.
Hour unpaid lunch got me acting.
So I'm working a full 9-hour shift. So every other week I've got more than part-time, which is not what I signed up for when I went to part-time.
Yeah, that does sound like it sucks.
Especially since it's Saturday. Like I just want to go home and hang. Like what the fuck?
I am very lucky that I have the schedule that I do.
Especially since Saturday the post office closes at 2:30. So when I have my
No way, that's when I have my dentist appointment.
Yeah, when I have my full Saturdays, I can't go to the post office, which fucking sucks. So I have to make sure all my shit's done by Friday.
Yeah. I don't think you quite got that joke that I made, that I interrupted you to say.
No, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, 2:30, yeah.
Ha, 2:30.
2:30.
It's when I have my dentist appointment. He needs the post office because he ships out his Etsy orders. that might be me pretty soon. Now that I got that printer up and running, I might run a batch of stuff to sell. I just got to get through this week.
Just gotta get through this week.
I don't know. My K1's been working so well. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I could convert my printers to only print in one material. Like I might, quote unquote, retire my Ender V2 to be only printing with recycled recreator filament.
Yeah.
And then this new printer that I just got fixed, which if you guys subscribe, I get that video coming out later this summer, or later this spring, hoping to have it out. I want to have it out before Rep Rap, and then I'll have a Rep Rap video out, which will be really exciting. Anyway, so yeah, I have that video that's going to come out when it comes out. And then, yeah. But I kind of want to take that 2.85 filament printer and use it to make a bunch of like Etsy orders and stuff. Because I can get that filament really cheap. Like $11 for a kilogram of PETG. You can't beat that. Just try and beat it. Sorry guys, he's working with redstone right now.
I'm building right now, so counting even worse.
That means most small stuff is free, basically. Do you mean like for me on like an operation level, or do you mean like for the customer? Which yada which? I'm sorry. Oh, so I have very low operating costs. Yeah, that's true. And since I live at home, I don't have to pay the electricity bill. Oh no, I haven't started. You're going to price the customer based on your time and creative input. Yeah. Honestly, I only want to make like Etsy products for like extra funds for my hobby. I'm not like Kirby where I'm looking to make it. And no offense towards you, Kirby, but I don't think you I don't think you took it this way. But I wouldn't want to do it as a business just because my personal experience with 3D printing has not been very oh, what's the word I'm thinking of? I'm completely drawing a blank. Stable. Like I run into so many issues with my printers, I would have a heart attack trying to make a business out of it.
Well, and I think the way you sell stuff too would have to reflect that. So what I do print on demand.
Mm-hmm.
So orders aren't printed ahead of time. But I think it would make a lot more sense for you to do. You print a bunch of stuff and then you list what you have printed.
That's what I'm thinking of doing.
When it sells out or gets close to selling out, you start printing more so that you're never like, oh, if a printer goes down, I'm screwed because I have all these orders. No, you already have the orders printed, so it's not a big deal.
But as an addendum to that, I will say I know I sound like a Creality shill. I wish that I had a sponsorship from them. But now that I feel like I've gotten my K1 to a place now where I would be confident enough to make a business off of that machine. Because it just works, and it works really well. And I would be very okay with selling the stuff that comes out of it. It's because in my experience, it's higher quality than what I see other people selling. Kirby might still have some issues with it, with its quality, but
I mean, at this point, they're a lot more minor.
Yeah, I don't
And
know.
I do ship stuff that's printed on it, so it's not like I disagree with you. It's just
Yeah.
very specific things I wouldn't
No,
print
I
on
was
it.
mainly joking because I feel like you're way too hard on your printer.
I am very hard on it, but that's because I spent a lot of money on it. So
That's true. That's true.
want it
And
to be
well,
good.
and time. So invested money.
yeah.
Um, I have not been reading chat. I apologize.
You got to get that
You
month.
could do them as limited edition runs, like list them as 50 available, and when they're gone, they're gone. That's a great idea. What I want to do is, and this is a personal choice. I don't really like the idea of selling other people's models because I don't want to have to go through the not the headache, but I don't want to have to go through the work to get the like rights and stuff set up for it. I just want to print it and list it, you know? And so I have a pretty robust amount of like files I've made myself that have done pretty well on like printables in terms of downloads. And I don't say that to be like, I'm so cool, I have a lot of downloads, but more so to say that I feel pretty confident that if I were to sell them, they would do pretty well. The one, ironically enough, I made it for my mom as like she was like, can you make this to help me? And it's like my most downloaded model on all websites.
Is that the straw one?
That's the straw holder, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of making that my first thing that I sell. Because that's something that I feel would like be like really good. I'd also like to do some more cosplay stuff. And that actually might be to
How did you
sorry.
attach the straw thing to the cabinet?
Command strip.
Okay.
Because it doesn't have a lot of weight, and a command strip
Yeah,
can
yeah,
hold
yeah.
like 10 pounds or something like that. Stuff that
I was
helps
just thinking,
crafters would be
'cause
good.
something
That's
like that,
true. Hey, if you have any
think about.
specific ideas, feel free to reach out. I'd be more than happy to try and make something that's like very specific. I had a friend of mine reach out who makes handmade soap for her business. She does stuff on Etsy, and she was like, I'd love if I could buy them from you instead of random people online, and then you could make me custom soaps. Eventually that fell through, but I was like, man, that would have been awesome to do for her, because that would have been like a regular like person that I do business with. Things that help people sew cosplay would be nice. Yeah, I would love to make some stuff that would help people out like that, if at all possible. The model that I'm thinking of printing, I don't know. I haven't made a video about it actually, so that's something I could make a video about. But it's like a thing that I just suffer from doing it the hard way and then going, oh wait, I could have done that. Yeah. What? Oh, I saw this in a video and I wish I remembered what it was, but it was the Midwestern mentality of put up with it because it's cheaper that way. They had a better way of wording it. I was like, holy shit, that's me. It's like, well, you got to do it this way because it's otherwise you don't want to be a sucker and pay full price for it. So my current idea right now for the Etsy shop, like starting it off, would be I'd like to sell 2 models to start with and do them in batches like you were talking about rather than on demand. I'd like to do the Gura hair tie and the straw holder, because the Gura hair tie is a fun like cosplay thing that's more in line with my audience, and then the straw holder is more in line with like outside my channel, just general interest. So that way I could capture like 2 markets at the same time, basically.
Well, and like, you also don't have to like wait till those are sold out to list more stuff.
That's true, but I'm mainly saying like if I want to print on demand, I'll need to get like a batch made of those and then list them. So yeah.
Yeah. But that's what I'm like. You can get those ready, list those 2 items, and then start working on more items to list. I wouldn't like wait on listing more stuff.
Yeah,
because
no.
it took a while to start selling stuff on Etsy for me. But once you get that reputation and those couple of first sales, uh,
It's
and
all
reviews
downhill
start
from
rolling
there.
in and stuff, that's when more people are willing to pull the trigger.
Yeah. I think the only reason I haven't is because of all the logistics that I'll have to do to get it done. I really don't want to have to deal with like figuring out shipping and that kind of stuff. I don't mind all the operations stuff. I literally just don't want to have to be like, here's how much. Well, oh, actually, you know what? I don't like to watch them often because I get like panic attacks when I watch them because I get freaked out that it's too complicated. But Uncle Jesse had a video about posting stuff on Etsy, and I thought it was actually really good because a lot of them are like, you can make a bajillion dollars, but Uncle Jesse was just
Yeah.
like, yeah, here's how I like just keep myself afloat. He didn't like overstate it. He was like very much like, yeah, this is just what I do. Here's some stuff that legitimately can help you, and it's not like you can make a bajillion dollars. It was like actually a helpful, good video. Um, for limit your stock, yeah. I should see if my printers, my CR10 maybe could print one. So the file itself is two parts, and I have to put the part together. I might have to slightly redesign it to make it go together better, because there's a difference between a part that I make for myself and a part that I would make to sell. So I have to go in and make some slight adjustments. But yeah, I don't know. It's cool in theory because you're like, oh, with that extra money, I could do a lot. Like I could get better printers. I could maybe
I
do
mean,
some other stuff for the channel, you know.
I
But
wouldn't think too hard about like what you're gonna use the money on until you actually start getting money. Because, like I said, it's something that'll take a while to
well,
get
I'm
rolling.
using that as like
As motivation to start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because right now I'm doing all of the work for free, but if I were to start selling, then it would be like it wouldn't be too much extra effort, you know, because my printers aren't running right now, so it wouldn't be like taking away from the stuff that I do have. It's more so like motivation to get me to do more stuff like that, like model more, make more models because, oh well, there's the opportunity to possibly sell them. And like that kind of stuff would be really good, I think, for me. I don't know. Also, there's a piece to support too. I've had a couple people, like Maker's Lab, the one time they were on stream, they mentioned wanting to support me on something like Patreon, and I was like, oh, I don't have a Patreon. That could be something that could be like, hey, if you guys want to support me, you know, check out my Etsy page.
Yeah, go buy some stuff.
Because then you get a product and I get paid.
Although,
because
selling
I don't,
3D
I never.
printed stuff to people who have 3D printers is a little bit difficult, but
Well, in all fairness, all of my models are free right now, so it wouldn't be forcing them to. But I think
yeah,
a lot
but
of the
that's what I'm
people that
saying, like,
watch me aren't necessarily people that have 3D printers.
yeah.
So it depends. And also, one of the models that I wanted to sell was a cosplay piece. A lot of people that know me for my HoloLive stuff are like, I wish I could buy it because I have to send it to a. You could list your Etsy channel on your model pages. That's true. That's what I was thinking of doing. That would be the trade-off. The way that I, quote unquote, keep the models free is by opening up an Etsy page. Because I see it as then I am not dissuading people from printing my models, but instead encouraging people who don't have a printer to engage with my stuff, you know. Yeah, some people who don't have models look up. Yeah, there's a lot of shit on Etsy. So I would be really surprised if I don't know. I don't go on Etsy because I'm just like, oh, I could print it myself. So I don't think
Yeah,
that I'd necessarily be making the I make the models for the people that can print it. I make the physical media for the people that would buy it.
there's a lot of stolen stuff on Etsy,
Yeah, I don't like
which
that.
is
But
a little bit disheartening to see.
yeah, I mean, we've got I this weekend when I'm at Fan Expo. Speaking of which, this weekend me and Mike will be going to Fan Expo, which I'm really excited about. Anyway, um, we're gonna try and see how much AI art we can find. Because
That's a good idea.
last year we found a couple of pieces, but last year it was right before the big AI boom happened, so we didn't see
I feel
very
like
much.
that'd be something funny to try and do it like off Kai, but I don't think there's gonna be
Yeah.
any there just because that community
Yeah,
is
it's
more
gonna
like
be so bad this year.
it's
I
more like an
definitely agree.
artist thing. So and artists are very much anti AI as they should be.
Yeah, no. But there were people last year who like were just who would just like sold stolen art. And I was like,
Nice.
next year they're going to be AI. So I am you never want people to sell shit like fake art, but I think it will be very funny. Will they catch it? They don't stop the people that sell stolen art, so I don't know why they would target AI artists. I don't even know why I said that. I don't foresee them seeking out the AI people and being like, you can't come here, because they don't stop the people that sell stolen art. So, but there's a possibility. I don't know. Like last year, they weren't prepared to spot it. I didn't really see AI art last year because when I went, it was last May, so AI art really wasn't as big last May. It kind of got big over the summer, I would say. But Kirby's gonna come in and be like, "Well, actually, the
Well,
AI
actually, it's been
boom."
around for thousands of years. No, I agree with you. AI art, it's become easier for stupid people to use it.
It's become easier for the people that would be the ones to sell stolen art at an art expo to just go and AI generate art. Lady looking at stolen and AI art. Corporate wants you to tell the difference between these pictures of the same picture. Yeah, either way, it's really scummy. But I would say the Venn diagram between people that would sell stolen art and people that would sell AI art is not a Venn diagram, it's just a circle. I also hate
Wait,
that I have to keep.
say again.
I said the Venn diagram between people that would sell stolen art and the people that would sell AI art isn't a Venn diagram, it's a circle. Like
Yeah,
they are
yeah.
the exact same people.
I don't disagree. Okay, I think people who would sell AI art is probably a little bit bigger of a circle. But yeah, I agree. Everyone who would sell stolen art would also absolutely sell AI art.
AI art, yeah. I hate that I have to keep calling it AI art even though it's not, because it's just stolen.
Yeah, and it sucks because like especially AR,
I just
AI
realized
art,
why you had that
it
weird
can
Sonic
be
creature on screen.
it can be a really good tool. It's like when you use AI for programming, it can be a
Oh,
really
yeah.
good tool for learning or using as a reference or getting better, but because so many people use it maliciously, and
Yeah,
that's
it's really
the same
sad.
thing we're seeing in the programming scene is people are overusing it, and now you have this generation of programmers being raised who only use Copilot on everything, um, and they don't know how to diagnose or fix errors because they ask Copilot to do it.
I don't know what Copilot is, but I trust you that it's bad that they use it. Weird sonic creature. That's super sonic. Um, Gigi, I wish she was here because she had a really cool usage of AI. So she's in graphic design, which is like, you know what graphic design is. I don't really need to explain it, I don't think. But they used AI to just generate like the extra bullshit so that they could like she did a fake report for NASA and then like did a bunch of like she did like a bunch of art around the NASA like it was like do art for like NASA interacting with aliens, and so she like generated the letterhead and all this other stuff and then had AI generate like the actual text. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Which I think that's a great usage of it. Or she used it to generate a picture as a pitch, like a sales pitch, and then saying like we can develop it, but this is the idea. Basically like using the AI as like a way to do like a napkin sketch, if that makes sense. So I
Yeah.
was like, that
No, yeah,
makes a lot of sense.
using it for like brainstorming, or even like one of the
Lorem
more
ipsum.
recent popular things to come out of it is like um summarizing articles. So you'll have like these
Yes,
web
yes, exactly
browsers
like
where you
lorem
click a
ipsum.
button and it'll summarize an article.
Yeah, I
Which
just
I mean,
most of the usage of
that's
AI
kind of a
isn't that smart
that's kind
these
of a
days.
gray
It's
area
really
too.
stupid.
Writers don't get paid enough either. So if you're just, but also I don't know.
No, yeah, it's not she wasn't using it to like replace a writer. She was using it to replace like to save time.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
like
for sure.
instead of like well, first off I need bamboo and I need bamboo and I need skin tone, so I got to go back down. But so like the I guess the corporate exam like an analogy that you could use for this would be they will get like a writer or like a professional to like actually get the pictures. This was the pitch to get the funding so that then they could talk to those people. So rather than waste that artist's time creating fake text to get the pitch, they can instead spend that time on actually making the thing that they want to make, which I thought was really cool. It's also because her talent isn't making a NASA speech. Her talent is making the letterhead for the article and like designing the covers and stuff. You gotta be kidding me. Lorem, yeah, I had to look it up, but I know exactly what you're talking about with lorem ipsum. So now I'm chilling a bit more. Is oak what we used for the skin color? I think we did. Okay. Sorry, I had to was being stalked by a creeper there for a second. I had to get out of there. Okay, so what else do we need? A writer could use AI to show how their text would look like with fancy chapter letter. Exactly. I think in that way AI could be used to advocate for better usage of actual talent, you know. I think at least for me that is something that we don't think about as much is the pitch. Like the quicker you can get a pitch, the more like reliable it is that you'll get the the go ahead, you know. They trained us like when in engineering how to get your pitches really quick, how to get your like your coding really quick so that you don't like lose people that get bored or something like that. So, where would I find maybe in the item sorter? Maybe. I don't think I've ever used total non sequitur, but I don't think I've ever used AI. There's not really an application where it would benefit me right now. So I haven't used it. But Snoib did for one of his papers. And then, like, but he is a cheater, so. I'm kidding.
Snoib's a cheater.
Yeah. No, I was saying that because he used AI on his homework the one time. The thing that I dislike about the way that AI is being looked at academically, like for schooling, is now they have these AI detection bots. And the AI detection bots aren't great at detecting what's AI and what's not. But teachers don't know that. And so I've seen multiple occasions. I have been caught for it as well, even though, hand on heart, I never have used AI.
AI detection is a whole different can of worms.
Yeah, it's really awful, but they don't market it that way. And so professors think that it's infallible. And so it's
Yeah.
like, no, the thing says your work is fake. It's fake. It's like I wrote it myself. Because what AI...
I love you, and I miss you.
Okay, all right.
Ooh. Oh, he's back.
Wait,
Are you back? Are you back?
am I back? Can you hear me?
You reconnected. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. What the fuck happened?
Dude, last week I had internet problems. This week you're having internet problems.
It's you. You're the problem. I'm getting the stinky mind virus from Kirby that's infecting my internet.
Dude, I really hope I get fiber this year.
I love
Man.
American ISPs because they'll be like, yeah, it's normal for your internet to disconnect 5 times a week. Kirby does equal trouble for my internet. He's sucking my internet through a straw out of Discord. That's what it is. Anyway. All right, AI. What did we miss? AI generate with no vetting, then follow what it says. I saw this one where this guy let AI generate like a recipe for a brownie and then ate it, and it was like the most putrid thing he'd ever eaten. Because, like, it's not right. Okay, where's scaffolding? I'm losing my mind. Oh my god, oh my god, I just want scaffolding. I knew this item sorter was going to be a pain in the ass. Should have told you to never make it. Comcast connection. I don't think I can say what internet I have without doxing myself.
Everything doxes you. You've already fully doxed yourself if somebody really cares.
Yes.
But you probably should still be careful.
Mike was...
I have a story about work once you're done with this.
The only other thing I was going to say is Mike saw my tweet and he was like, people are going to backwards, or like, they're going to backtrack that picture you posted on Twitter and figure out who you are. I'm like, there's no way. There's no way.
People are insane. So yes, there is a way.
There's no way.
There absolutely
No,
is.
because now I'm going to freak out and never post ever again. So I'm just going to say no and then be proven wrong later. Anyway, they did a survey. Why did you leave? Was the internet too slow? And I was like, I can't even send you this survey. It's so slow. Do you have any idea where scaffolding is? I'm running around the item sorter over and over and over again. I just want some scaffolding. He's making redstone, guys. He'll be back to us in a minute to talk about his stuff, whatever it was. By the way, anybody that wasn't here the last 2 streams, I finished the Onsen. It's beautiful. Hold on, I'm about to Jeez.
Oh, are you done with internet talk? Because I had a work story I was gonna say.
Well, I would have liked if you would like have actually talked in my conversation, but it's okay. I'm done now.
Oh yeah, Dream. We were talking about that earlier. The
Dream is on your stream and not mine.
Yeah. Okay. So he said he likes my music better because I've got soft jazz playing.
I have soft
And
jazz
he's
playing.
he's an old man. Oh, do you? Yeah. But okay, so there's a specific Chevy. It's in the Chevy.
Am I back?
The Chevy Traverse.
Am I
and
back?
The Chevy Equinox.
Hello?
Yeah, you're back. You're back. You're back. You're
Okay,
back.
okay. So actually, I do. Engine. So could you be a little bit more specific about your question?
So I'm talking specifically about the 3.6 liter Chevy engine.
Okay.
That's in the Chevy. That's in some Chevy Equinoxes and all Chevy Traverses.
Take care. Thanks for coming to the stream. Yeah.
So whenever a Chevy Equinox comes in, we always cross our fingers and like it better be the four cylinder. Yeah, I don't know why we measure engine size or engine displacement in liters here. I don't know. But
American.
we're like it better be the four cylinder because the four cylinder it's a cartridge filter at the top. It's real easy to do, and then you don't even have to go below the vehicle because you can evac the oil out of the top instead of going down below and
That's sick.
draining it from the drain plug. So that engine's super nice. The 3.6 liter V6 has a cartridge filter, or has a normal spin-on filter, like the classic filter you would think of when you think of an engine oil filter, which is fine, but you can't get to it from below. You have to reach down from the top past the hot exhaust to get to it.
Yikes.
I could maybe find a picture and put it up on stream. I gotta sleep real quick to get rid of the monsters. Just like real life.
Just like real life, when I sleep, the monsters go away.
Don't trust your thoughts after 9 p.m. Where's that shadow picture?
Twelve. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7.
Is this the engine? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Oh, this is perfect.
8.
Let me throw it on my OBS
10,
overlay.
11.
Add
12. Up 1. All right.
How do I hang on?
Do you need some
I
help?
don't know how to add an image.
You go to add image, and then you
Yeah, but I
select
gotta
the
save
image
the
on
image
you.
now.
Yeah. That's why I just have an image called reference that I just change every stream when I want to, because I don't want to do all that.
Oh, why is it? It's like a cropped picture. I don't want the cropped picture.
1, 2,
Here's the
3,
full picture.
4, 5, 6. 3,
Nope, I click the full
4,
picture and it's
5,
blurry, and I
6.
click it to go to the page and it's the cropped one. Awesome.
Boom, boom.
This sucks, dude. I can't. Ooh. This one? Here's a good one.
I'm not watching your stream, by the way.
Well, you're gonna have to get the.
No.
Yeah, you gotta give the engine the nice little reach around.
Excuse me?
Squeeze me. Hello, open.
What?
I'm clicking open and it's not opening.
I don't.
There we go.
I don't know.
So, you see where the dipstick is? Right below that, you see the filter. Right next to that is the shield for the exhaust, and then the exhaust goes down and below the engine. That's not in that picture, but you see where the shield is for it and the O2 sensor. Uh, the way that they design the Equinox and the Traverse, the front subframe blocks you from being able to reach that filter from the bottom. So you have to reach from the top, reaching down to grab it. So, and your hand is right next to an exhaust too, and you're blindly reaching past like the front radiator and everything. You have to shove your arm in there completely blind and just sort of feel around for the filter. And I've done it enough times that I don't burn myself on it. But this last time, putting the new filter on, I reached too far down and touched where the exhaust went under the engine and slightly burnt one of my fingers.
Ah, that's hot.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
hot.
you can't see my cursor. Wait, I could do. Hang on. Hang on.
Oh, I'm hanging.
I search pointer and I get a dog. Oh, this is perfect. I'm setting this up for later streams because now I'll be able to use all this and just hide it for now.
Yeah, you definitely will.
No, I don't want to save as, I want to export.
Hopefully the internet stays for the rest of the time. Oh no, I don't have much.
I thought
left.
I got rid of that. Dream accidentally posted a link and it yoinked it, even though it wasn't a real link. I thought I turned Nightbot off, but it keeps turning it back on. It's so annoying.
One day you'll have your setup all ready. Oh my god, it's lagging so bad. Yay. I still can't get over the fact that Dreams is like, oh, I can only watch Kirby stream because he has soft jazz. I'm literally playing soft jazz on my stream. Fake fan. You think you know a guy, you follow him on Twitter, boom. Stops talking to you.
I don't even think Dreams follows me on Twitter.
No,
But I
I
don't
follow
tweet, so it's
Dreams on
fine.
Twitter.
You see the pointer now. You got the dipstick and the filter, and then right here is where the exhaust is. And it goes, it's not in this picture, but it goes down next to the filter. It kind of wraps down below the filter and then goes down below the oil pan. So when I reached down past where the filter was supposed to go, I went too far down and touched the top of where the exhaust wraps under. So that was fun.
Me when I'm not wearing gloves.
I was wearing gloves, but you don't want to wear heat protecting gloves because if you get hot oil that can burn you soaked into gloves,
Yes.
you are asking for really, really bad burns.
Just take them off.
When I've got my arm all the way down this engine bay, it takes a while to get it back out without seriously hurting myself. It's going to be like a few seconds before the gloves come off.
The gloves are coming off. It's serious now.
So I was wearing a burn sleeve because I was wearing a burn sleeve so that I didn't burn my arm on the exhaust, and that's fine because you're not going to drip oil on your arm. It's going to be on your hand. But yeah, you don't want to wear gloves that oil can soak into.
Such an odd pose to kneel down.
Burny and sticky all at the same time. But yeah, every time Traverse comes in, we know it's going to be the V6, and every time Equinox comes, just hope it's the 4-cylinder instead of the V6. It's one of those engines where it's like they designed the engine before they designed the vehicle, and then just sort of shoved it in a vehicle, and it doesn't really fit well. It's like the new. Oh, don't even get me started on the new the Ford Ranger, the new one. They put the 4-cylinder out of their cars in it, which would be fine if they left it trans mount, but they rotated it so that it's mounted like a truck engine. So instead of going side to side, it goes front to back. But they left the filter in the same spot, which means to get to the filter, it ends up above the front differential. So you have to take the driver front wheel off the vehicle to get to the oil filter.
Wait, mount is
stupid
trans.
Design.
Good for them. Good for them.
Yeah. What a stupid design.
Boom, boom. Down 3. 1, 2.
Yeah, so we have a Ford Ranger that comes in regularly, and we told him the first time he came in, we're like, just get a rotate every time you get an oil change, and it's not a big deal. But just so you know, this is what has to happen when you get an oil change. So, like, don't take it to like a quick lube place, because they're not going to be able to do your oil change because they don't take the fucking wheels off.
I imagine you in the studio cooking up and then just going, "Ow, fuck!" Was that how it went?
Huh?
When you were working and you touched the oil, did you go like, "Ow, fuck"?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. That's what I thought. I can see it in my head now.
You can see it in your mind palace.
Exactly. And then all the people you were working with were like, "Hey, don't get your antlers in a bunch."
Yeah.
We're like, "I got oil on my nice red tie." What the fuck am I talking? It's been a long week.
I wear a suit. It has been a long week.
Can't wait for it to be over.
Well, for me, because my work is on the weekend, this is like my weekend now. So,
Yeah.
but it was a long fucking week, dude.
My weekend was long.
I don't want to get into it now, but I had some shit go down, and it was rough, man. And I still need to.
For me, I had some shit that wouldn't go down, and I had to call the
I still
plumber. What's up?
I still need to finish dealing with what I was dealing with, but it can wait for now. I'm not gonna worry about it.
Me going insane.
Yeah, me going insane. I'm just not gonna think about it for tonight.
Oh, it helps so much. Dreams, you're here! I'm so excited! I get to... So guess what? I met with Josh over the weekend!
You could have said that while he was in my chat.
No, I had to wait.
I did fix my audio, so now... I didn't realize how quiet you were last week, but you were inaudible last week.
Fuzzy was like, finally, a stream I can watch. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I counted it right. I have to make silly little noises because I'm stimming on stream because I'm tired. I didn't sleep well last night. It's getting hot now. I don't know if anybody else is like this, but when it's hot, I actually just can't sleep. You met? Yeah, we did.
I still don't have AC in my house, so
I live on the top floor, so it was like 80.
Oh, yeah. I sleep in the basement, so it actually stays pretty cool usually.
How did Kermit's hooves grip the concrete? That's probably actually how it happened. He like slipped because his hooves couldn't get traction, and he was like,
"Oh yeah, that is true."
He's like those videos of the little the dogs and stuff that like slip on the floor.
Or like the like there's a lizard that runs, tries to
Yeah,
run, and
that
just kind of
one.
sits in place.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, that's actually Kirby on the concrete.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Gigi and I have been working on some stuff. Maybe I'll send you the test video. I don't know. I kind of want to just surprise you, later on, but
Okay. Okay.
it's really nice. It's really nice. I gotta get I gotta get the software set up on my phone at some point. Two, one, two. I don't want to.
Or are you talking about?
I don't
I
want to spoil it, but
okay. I
you
won't. I won't
should
say anything.
you should know based off context
I'm
clues.
pretty sure I know what you're talking about, but I won't say anything.
You remember? I remember the word you want me to use, but I'm listening to KH Kingdom Hearts. Oh, listening to Care Bear stream. I like that. That one's funny. Care
I used to
Bear.
hate that nickname, Care Bear.
Is that like a thing?
Huh?
Am I too young to get this joke?
Do you know what Care Bears are?
Yes, I do know what Care Bears are. Is that like a
Yeah.
like a thing that you can call people?
I don't know. That's what I was called when I was really young.
I don't know if it's stream appropriate, but I definitely didn't have nicknames as easy as Care Bear. I had one guy. He
Well-
said I was an albino monkey. That was a very interesting one.
I also got bullied as a kid, so
You what?
bullied as a kid. I was the bully. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, I was gonna say that makes a lot of
s-
sense.
Our school was a smaller school, so bullying. I mean,
It was homeschooled. The only
the-
person that bullied him was his dad.
was my old mom.
My
No,
mommy.
But as far as I mean, usually private schools the bullying is really fucking bad. But as far as that's concerned, it actually wasn't that bad. I don't know if it was like that before or it's been like that since. But when I went, it was actually pretty chill, and that's like the one thing that I'm like, it wasn't so bad.
Why didn't my life wasn't as easy as that? You know, I wasn't.
No, I get
You
you.
know,
I get you.
I'm a gamer. What do you think? What do you think happened to me? Mess with the goat, man. Get the horns. You're on a roll today, Dreams. Man.
I keep forgetting that Tim's base doesn't have a way down into the storage room yet.
I saw you were on call with Josh this weekend, and I wanted to hop in the call and like Zoom and bomb the call, but I was I'd like to say I was busy, but I was just playing Overwatch. So I was not busy. What the? Did I mess this up already? Hold on, I gotta look from this side. So it's those two, and then two on top, and then two over here. And then... Oh, I forgot the fist. I forgot his arm. His other arm. Shoot. Insult noted. We are less important than Overwatch. God, no. Overwatch sucks. Every time I play it, it's miserable. But I was really close to hitting plat, and so I was like, I gotta play to get plat. The fuck are these going? Also, it was past my bedtime. Actually, I don't want that. It's slightly above there, so I think that's probably where I want to be. Whoa. It was past mine. Yeah, for you it was like midnight. But the joke that I did want to make is, or not joke, but I did want to say, I was talking to, I'm so glad that I followed you on Twitter, because I have been talking with Josh for a while about various projects, and he keeps referring to you by your real name. And I was like, who the hell is he talking about? And then when I followed you on Twitter and your name on Twitter is your actual name, I was like, oh shit, he's been talking about dreams this whole time. And I didn't know who he was talking about. And it was so funny. And then he also caught me up on what your adult stuff is that you do when you can't join VC. And I was like, that is very funny that I give you such a hard time about it. My name isn't hidden. I will only use it if you are okay with it. But we've had several meetings, and he's called you by name, and I'm like, who? Who? 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. I am also glad that I didn't have anything scheduled that day. Like I had scheduled the whole day for just talking with Josh, because he and I get into long conversations together. So I definitely would have been late to anything that I was supposed to go to. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's not a bad thing though. That means you just got stuff to talk about, right?
Oh no, I'm not complaining. I'm just laughing because Dreams made a comment about it last time we were talking. He said, and I think also Josh made a joke about it too. He was like, I hope you don't have anything planned because I know I'm known for going on tangents. I really like Josh. He's very real. Like he'll straight up just be like, hey, don't let me start talking because I won't stop. But we gotta talk
But then
about.
you let him start talking anyways.
Well, yeah. He asked me.
He's a professional.
Next
yapper.
time, invite me. Yeah, but we were talking about specifics for sponsorship stuff, so like I was. Otherwise, I would have included you in it. But yeah, we were talking about Ace Gamer specific inquiries. I just gotta say, it is like surreal. The response that I've gotten with the Recreator group, it has been like so cool. Like if you're in the Recreator Discord, I have the same badge status as CNC Kitchen. Like I feel like I'm so cool. I'm like, holy shit, I'm cool.
He's a traitor anyway.
What do you? Oh, cause wait, why? Cause why?
Because he uses the Artemis.
Artemis.
Or what is that? The one that pellets.
Oh, the ArtMe. The ArtMe.
ArtMe.
We're actually ArtMe's chill in our group, because like we're looking at it as a way to like use Recreator with it, because like the Recreator can only take stripped bottles, so like the tops and the bottoms, if you shred those, then they could be used in an ArtMe.
Yeah, ArtMe. I want one so bad.
I've been talking to Josh about a shredder. If I get a shredder, the next day I'll buy an ArtMe. Because I've wanted it.
Yeah,
I've wanted something.
Yeah, that's like the one limited. Because like, yeah, you could buy the raw pellets and just make filament, but your whole goal is to recycle stuff, so it makes sense.
Yeah, I don't talk to very many people who are like, I want to make my own pellet shit at home. The other thing I'm watching right now is there is a guy who I sent you. He's making a pellet extruder that you put on the ender and you like print a bunch of the pieces for it. And apparently it uses an auger setup similar to the ArtMe, and so it can take recycled aggregate. But he has not come out with any of the like STLs from what I can see, and so I do not know any more information about it. Reference the Prusa Excel comment? Did I make a comment about the Prusa Excel? I thought all I ragged on was bamboo today.
Okay, so Dream, we talked about this the other day. Dream might know more about this, but I don't know how much he knows about heated chambers. We were talking about the new resin printer from Elegoo that has the tilting vat.
Oh
They're
yeah.
also releasing like a standalone heater, and I was talking about possibly buying one to put in either my hot box for my ender that I use for ASA,
Hmm.
or to throw in my K1. But I don't know if it has enough output to like properly heat one of those chambers.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the Prusa was, as far as I know, the only printer that had a tilting resin vat, but Elegoo just released one. The Elegoo Neptune. Is it
Oh
the
yeah.
Neptune or the Saturn?
It's the new one.
They
It doesn't
just
really
released
matter.
one that has a tilting vat, and it's at a much more
So
affordable price.
I know this isn't what you were talking about, but I wanted to bring it up because I thought it was funny. Like, cause you know how like I always say like, oh haters. You know, there was somebody on Uncle Jesse's comments was like, a heater should never be part of the machine because then people that don't want the heater will have to pay for something that they don't need. And I was like, why are you so angry about a heater, bro? Like, what?
What the fuck?
I was just like, that's really funny. I can't wait to bring it up on stream.
That's really weird.
Yeah, well,
That's-
I mean,
that's
it's
a
YouTube
really
comments.
strange
I
take.
really wouldn't
I
get
so
too hot and
okay.
bothered by it.
Here's, here's what I would do if you look at like the automotive industry. If the heater was included, but you had to pay for it to enable it, yes, then that point is valid. But you're talking about a very like ideally top down. What is it called? Vertical. It's like vertical something.
Slice?
Like they control. I don't know. Like everything's made in China. So to get a heater, they go across the street and they pay like $10 for one, right? So you're not really increasing the price of the product. You're just increasing the value that you get for it.
Hey man,
Vertical integration, yeah.
Okay, all right. I just thought it was funny because I was like, what a weird comment.
That is a weird. That's
It-
such a weird take.
Yeah, it's such a weird take, and I was like, I feel like Kirby would get a kick out of hearing this.
That's taking like the angry at the BMW for making the rear heated seats a subscription model to a level that it shouldn't have been taken.
Yeah. All right, then it's 1, 2, 3. 2.
Well, and especially
3.
like if you're buying a printer that's labeled as like a pro printer, chances are there's a less,
I don't want more features. I want
chances-
less features for more
well,
money.
chances are
You
there's a
idiot.
cheaper version of that printer that doesn't have that, and then you don't need to buy the heater. I don't know. It's silly. I do like the fact that it is a separate module, and you could potentially use it on other stuff.
They shouldn't have the AMS combo. You should have to buy the AMS separately and pay more money.
You can. It's,
Yeah,
I'm sure people have. I mean, that's like one of the selling points I think of like the
I don't know why you would
A1 Mini,
ever buy
although
a Prussian
I don't know.
or I don't know why you would ever buy a Bamboo Mini
I wouldn't. I don't know.
without the. It's just a shittier bed slinger,
Yeah,
and it doesn't even come with the coolest part. I want the bamboo printer with nothing. All right. 3 and 4. I'm like so nervous about this. I don't know why. And I'm pretty sure this goes up to. I'm all out of
I
black.
also really, I still think the whole thing about the. Oh, the other way around. Oh, okay. So the X-Smart 3 doesn't have the heated chamber. It's like the cheaper.
You
version
gotta
of the
be
heated
kidding
one.
me. Can you sleep?
I
for
still
me?
think it's really funny the discourse that went on about the heater element in the Cheaty printer.
Hmm?
Remember when that was all going down? People are like, it's exposed. You
Oh,
could
yeah.
touch it. You could shove a screwdriver in it and be.
As soon as I
exposed
saw
to
that it was
main
Nathan Builds
voltage.
Robots, I was like, that motherfucker.
It's like, yeah, but you can do that on
He
a
opens that
toaster
shit
as well.
up.
Like, don't shove a fucking screwdriver in your toaster. It's the same thing.
Yeah, if if I think logically, I can't complain. And I want to complain.
Yeah. I mean, should the guard on the front of the heater been a little bit thicker to make it a little bit harder to touch? Maybe. But don't go shoving a fucking screwdriver in your heating element.
But I want to.
Like it's yeah.
I
Yeah,
can't believe
don't-
my luck with that. There, a creeper spawned right below me as I was
Wait,
trying
hang
to
on,
drop
I
down.
got an image for this.
Hope I don't run out of black as I'm going across. Oh, I want
Hang on.
you so I can light it up as I go too. Oh, I don't have any more red, so I don't need red in my inventory. Making pixel art sucks so much in survival. It is so much more fun to do it in creative. Takes forever. Oh god. Okay, so this one goes up 2. And oh, I haven't put the black in yet. So this is supposed to be up 2. Perfect. And then this is oh my god, I can't see it. It's so far away. Ah! I almost want to go into creative and make this. Oh, hey Kirby. I took a screenshot as I was flying so that I could look at how I screwed it up. Okay, so that's right. That's right. That's right. Is the face wrong? The face should be right. What the heck? No, the face is right. What's wrong with it then?
Is he holding up his middle fingers?
No.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
In my head canon, he is.
In my head canon, I'm killing you. Oh man. I'm sorry. I just I'm just taking the first thing that comes to my mind that makes me laugh and saying it out loud. I'm really tired right now, and so I'm just like, you know what? This is funny. I will say it.
You know what?
This is
Everything is
based.
funny.
I will say it. Last night there was like, whenever anybody says good luck, have fun in Overwatch, I like to say something shitty back because I'm a ruiner of fun. But somebody said good luck, have fun, or no, they didn't say good luck, have fun. My bad. They said like this match is gonna reduce or like lower my elo. I've been getting shitty games all night. You know, just basic bitching stuff.
Yeah.
And so I replied and I said I'm currently suffering from nicotine withdrawal. And that's what I said.
It's pretty funny.
That was it. That was just that's what I said. And then last night I said something with because I was actually playing with Cynthia last night. I think was that when I said hung queens? Yes, that's right. We're playing and Cynthia got play and I said hung queens. She thought that was hilarious.
That is really funny.
Oh my god. I gotta start saying more like caption. I also had a tweet in drafts that I wanted to send out, but Mike was like, it's not that funny, so I didn't. But it was
Mike's not a funny guy though. So
well,
you
not
shouldn't listen
the
to him.
Mike you're thinking of. My Mike, not your Mike.
But he's also not funny.
cold,
Shouldn't listen to him.
cold Mike. So I had a tweet where it was a picture of the box art for Persona 4 Golden, but it was like super pixelated, like really shitty looking. And it said, I wonder if Japan got the idea for the name of this week by playing Persona 4, the hit game Persona 4 Golden. I was like, that's funny. But Mike was like, it's kind of mid. And I was like, okay, I won't post it. But if you think it's funny, I'll post it.
You should just post it anyways, even if it's not funny. Who cares?
And then,
it's the internet. It's Twitter. You're not going to get seen anyway.
That's very true. That's very true. I just clawed out of the depths of algorithm hell this week with my videos.
Oh, did you finally start?
I got 4 comments on my last video, which is the most amount of comments I've ever gotten on a short. So I'm like, I gotta post. It also sucks because I hit the quote-unquote algorithmic trends and I didn't get any benefit off of it because I posted that Knuckles video on Friday when the Knuckles show came out. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Ooh.
Got like 50-some views. It's like fucking nothing. I don't do it for the views. I do it for fun. I do it to make myself feel better. Mid, like this mid-roll segue into our sponsor. Yeah, I wish I was sponsored. I like money. So, this weekend I went and I got a bunch of games at, what's it called? At Walmart. And one of the games that I got, so I'm checking out, and in my cart I have Sonic Origins Plus, Lego Star Wars, like the new Lego Star Wars game, and then Trolls Rescue Remix.
Nice.
And I wanted to post a picture, and I was like, I wanted to be like girl and boy dinner, but I was like, it's not as funny, and so instead I was thinking it would be really funny to post they them dinner.
Oh, that's okay. That's pretty good.
And I was like, that's so funny.
It's good, but some people might think it's. I know that you're not using it as like an insult, but some people might.
But here's the thing. Cynthia said it's funny, so like if
so it's valid. Okay.
So it's valid. It's valid. I should ask my sister and see what she thinks. Get some like a bunch of opinions. Equal opportunity dinner. See, now that's too corporate. That sounds like something Google would post. Speaking of which, did you see the Google Play Sonic tweet?
No.
Oh my god, you have to see it. It's like actually like AI generated content. It's so fucking awful.
Oh boy, now I do have to see this.
It's hold on, I gotta. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna read this on stream.
Yeah, do it.
God, where is it? Where can I find it?
Clip it out of context.
I think Mike DM it to me or did he text it to me? Shit, I think he texted it to me, not DM'd it to me. All right, I'm gonna send it to myself then, so I can. Oh shit, the patch notes are out. I bet they're ass.
This color palette's kind of wild, but I'm kind of digging it too.
Okay, this might take a little bit, chat. Bear with me, but I want to display it on stream so we can read it. It is like awful, like really bad. Is this it? Yes, here it is. Oh wait, I could just go on Twitter and look up Google. Hold on, Twitter. Oh hey, I got notifications on Twitter. Sick. Google. It's so bad that even Sega replied to it and was like, "What are you posting?" That's I think what they said.
You know what would have been a very based reply from Sega?
Yeah.
They just replied and just said, "Kill yourself."
Stop! I'm gonna get in trouble. It's so funny, but it's god damn, it's so funny. Okay. All right. Okay. So I want to make this bigger, and then I gotta crop it a little bit so it's like not fucking weird. Hold on. I know I didn't do it for you, but I would highly request that you like look at my stream.
Dream is talking about cheese right now, and I can't stop myself. There's
Okay.
I've-
You ready? You ready?
ooh,
Clip tools ready. So Google Play tweeted
I still
Sonic,
gotta
but
see.
as you scroll, he gets older and older. A thread. Community noted. Sonic does not get older and older as you scroll. Every post in this thread is labeled incorrectly, and most of them are in completely wrong order, with 3 separate sources to back that up. So the first one, 1991, Sonic. The cover, rotund, husky, still fast as lightning. The actual game, 8-bit glory. So first off, this is Sonic 2. This isn't Sonic 1. Also, this screenshot is from Sonic 1, the mobile release that came out in 2013 because Tails can't be Sonic's partner in the original Genesis game.
So
1993
they just absolutely
Sonic.
butchered their name.
1993 Sonic. Okay, Short King. This is Sonic as he appears in Sonic Boom, which was released in 2014, not 1993. It is possible that Google Play could have confused it for the game Sonic CD, which did release in 1993 and contains a song called Sonic Boom. 1996 Sonic. Are those Mischief boots? This is not Sonic as he was depicted in 96. This post instead uses the 2020 movie design from the 2013 mobile game Sonic Dash. Sonic games released in 96 include Sonic 3D Blast, Sonic Blast, and Sonic Schoolhouse. Down here, 2003 Sonic. Who needs running at the speed of light when you can hitchhike? Community note. This is from promotional material from Sonic Jump, which was released in 2005, not 2003, and was later re-released in 2012. Sonic Heroes, Sonic Racing Kart, Sonic Battle, and Sonic Pinball Party actually released in 2003. 2006 Sonic. He goes 3D again. This image is from the 2017 mobile game Sonic Forces Mobile, also known as Sonic Forces Speed Battle. The games actually released in 2006 are Sonic the Hedgehog Genesis, Sonic the Hedgehog 2006, Sonic Rivals, and Sonic Riders. 2018 weirdly looked like 90s Sonic, so retro. The only Sonic the Hedgehog title released in 2018 was Sonic Mania Plus. However, the image is actually a screenshot from the original 91 game or a port thereof, not Mania Plus. Furthermore, the base version of Mania Plus, Sonic Mania, released in 2017. 2020 Sonic. It was a strange year for us all. Let's leave it at that, with an emoji after it. This came from the second Sonic movie, not the first one. The 2022 Sonic. The only one that... No, this isn't even right at... Never mind. 2022 Sonic. Just like us, he's healed from 2020, but isn't quite the same. This image comes from Sonic Prime Season 3, which came out in 2024. Then down here, the official Sonic Twitter account said, "What are you doing?"
The official Sonic. Dude, it's so funny because there's so, and
it's
said this
actually
without-
AI. It's
Okay,
there. You can't convince me that a human
no,
wrote
it probably
this.
is. I said this without holding my push to talk because you were deep in your train of thought. But I said he's got the Sonic autism. You're gonna have to excuse him.
Oh, give
Which
me a break.
you'd agree with, I think.
Yeah, I
but-
do.
But it'd be so easy for them to hire somebody that knows everything about Sonic and could
Hire
make
me, Google
proper
Play.
tweets. There's so many people. Same with like the games. There's so many people they could hire to make good Sonic games, and they fuck it up so
But the
often.
funniest part is this isn't Sega. This is all Google Play's fault.
Oh, it's Google Play.
Yes.
But like they could have like freelanced
The
like,
official Sonic
go-
account replied and said, "What are you doing?"
That's so funny.
So it was not run. This is
wasn't even-
all Microsoft. This is not or Google. My bad.
That's kind of funny too.
And then every person here, Google Play, I'm having an issue with the app. It won't mow the lawn, and my wife may leave me since I can't figure out how to do that by myself. That doesn't sound good, Gabriel. Could you share more details about what's going on? We'll do our best to help. Hey Google, I have a problem. Hi David, could you tell us more about what's going on without revealing any personal information? We're here to help. Google Play, my app keeps crashing. Please help. We understand your concern. Help us here. Please check it to see if your device is supported. This is actual AI. You can't look.
AI,
Google Play, P, comma,
fact
Lee's
that
kelp.
The AI made a whole thread though is really funny.
It's sad. It's sad.
Yeah, because somebody had to like tell it to do that, and it still like got it so wrong, and it
Weirdly
so,
looked like 90s Sonic
just,
retro.
Just like literally, just find. Like you could scroll through Twitter for like 2 seconds, find somebody that's way into Sonic, and just be like, "Hey, we want to do this thing. We'll PayPal you like $50. We just need you to like write some quick facts about Sonic over the years." And there's 100,000 people.
Okay, can I pause you for a sec? I want you mentioned Sonic autism, and so
Yeah.
I want to show it off to you.
You want to show off your Sonic autism?
I think you're gonna be very frustrated with me. So this is called Sonic Hurdle. I don't know if you know what Wordle is, right?
Yeah.
So this is the Sonic version of it, but it's so you hear 1 second of a song. It just played. I can tell you the title of the song.
Oh yeah.
So this 1 second. That's Seascape from Sonic from Knuckles Chaotix. I'm gonna type it in right now, and I'm gonna show you. I had a like 2 or 3 month long streak where I got it on the first second of the song. So it's Seascape from Knuckles Chaotic. I wish I was good at something like actually valid for my life. Instead, I can tell you that this is Seascape after listening to 1 second of it play. Wait, did I transit? Yeah, I did. Okay, good. I thought for a second you couldn't see it. Oh, chat, did you enjoy that? Oh, I'm like lightheaded after that.
It's okay. You're valid.
Well, to be fair, there was a TikTok trend going around where it was like, show off your useless talent, and it's like people like being able to lick their elbow or some shit. And like for me, I can tell you what Sonic song is playing after a second of it starting. So that's my skill. I think the one that was the funniest was the Chow Nursery. The Chow Nursery Shop song came on, and I knew it within a second. And I was with somebody in the car, and I did it at a stoplight. And they're like, "How the hell did you do that?" I was like, "I'm just Sonic."
Years and years of practice.
Years and years of practice. You should post yourself doing the Sonic Hurdles daily. I would, but then the day that I get it wrong, everybody's gonna be like, "Ha, see, you suck." Also, I tried doing the Mario ones, but the Mario ones are a little bit more difficult.
What you should do is you should name the series doing the Sonic what is it called?
Sonic Hurdle.
Sonic.
It's like Wordle,
Sonic
but
Hurdle
for
until
music.
I get it wrong, and then just see how long you can keep the series going.
Oh, that's so stressful, though.
Yeah,
Question: Do I have to do it in the first? Do I have to do it in the first? Like, if I get it wrong after like 1 second, is that it, or is it? Oh, because it gives you up to I think 10 seconds. Like it gives you 5 guesses, like actual Wordle does.
So there's no way you could actually get it wrong.
Well, some of them I don't know the names of, and so I looked them up on Spotify. But the thing is, I can tell you which. So I have a playlist of all the Sonic music that's on, like, pretty much all the Sonic music that exists in a Spotify playlist. I can tell you which number song it is, but I can't tell you what name it is because my memory's photographic. And so I don't consider that cheating because I'll just be looking up the name.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but yeah,
So
yeah.
maybe.
It,
I mean,
I
some
could
people
do it.
probably would consider it cheating, but
Well, they're
I
wrong.
wouldn't.
So.
I wouldn't. But yeah, you might get some heat for that for no reason.
Also, I have to be careful with retro Sonic tracks because some of them get me copyright on certain sites. But I definitely should clip that and make it a upload for some point. Me getting the.
You could be like the Rainbow of Sonic facts.
I don't know who Rainbold is, but
He's
imagine
the guy
that's
that's
really funny.
crazy good at GeoGuessr.
Oh yeah,
You could make like, instead of doing like a whole series, just make like a parody video. That's the same thing where it's like
I
some
wish I could build. I
hey,
should.
man, do you ever want to get intimate with a woman?
No. Okay, this is
no.
Seascape from Sonic.
Yeah,
Sonic
yeah,
from
that'd be
Knuckles.
so funny.
Knuckles.
That'd
Chaotix.
be really funny.
I should make that.
Oh fuck. You should.
Would it be? I could do it from another browser and get today's again.
Just however you want to do it, just make it funny. That's all it is.
I still want to make that like eating the 3D print video that we had talked about.
You should.
I will. Do you think it's too late?
The rep videos have started to roll out. I haven't seen any specifically on the Cocoa Press, but I would make it now and just wait for a couple of those to post and then just post it then.
True. He's so true.
Or just post it now and just hope that those videos roll out. And hope that the algorithm picks it up as like, oh, people like watching the Cocoa Press. Here's another Cocoa Press video, and you're just chewing on FDM prints.
Or who cares? I just make it because it's funny.
It is funny.
Like I posted that fauna video last week on my TikTok and Twitter. That's what I want to do with my. So I stopped posting videos on Wednesdays, basically just so that I could make like funny videos instead. Because the algorithm seems to not mind that I post twice a week instead of 3 times a week, and instead I can spend the time doing like something that I'm more interested in, like as a funny meme. I haven't said that officially because I don't want people to expect a funny meme every week, but like I want to start posting more meme things on Wednesdays and Saturdays because I don't post anything on those days anymore.
Meme things are fun. I need to do more.
But yeah, I'm
Minecraft
glad that
memes.
you gave me that alley-oop with the Sonic autism joke, so that I could be like, actually, let me.
Oh, did I accidentally shipped another thing to my dude? I hate eBay. I changed my address and it keeps shipping stuff to my mom's house. It's partially my fault because I should check before I buy something, but whatever. Okay, go on.
Oh no, I was just thanking you for giving me that alley-oop so I could make the joke about the Sonic autism because I'm playing Sonic on Thursday, and then I'm going to see Roger Craig Smith, the voice actor for Sonic, at Fan Expo this weekend. So, and I'm cosplaying as Sonic, so like that was the greatest alley-oop I've had in a while. I'm actually really excited for my cosplay. I'm doing Sonic, and then Mike's gonna cosplay Eggman. So we're going to be like Sonic and Eggman. And I've got some really cool 3D printed stuff ready. I'm like super excited. I hope you guys enjoyed the Sonic Hurdle. I could do that more often. It's fun, but then I worry that if I get it wrong, I'll be like really mad at myself. Because some of them are even doing on TikTok. Some of them are so deep cut even I don't get them. Like, I didn't know they were gonna pull shit from like Sonic Crackers, and I'm like, fuck. I couldn't even tell you what the Sonic Crackers theme is. Actually, no. Sonic Crackers was the demo for Sonic or Knuckles Chaotix. I'm thinking of, oh fuck, what was it called? The one that was like a. Why am I saying it like you would know? There was
Yeah,
a s-
I have no idea.
there was a Sonic Bejeweled type game, and has like arguably one of the worst songs ever in video gaming. You've probably heard it before. I'm gonna look it up and play it. Hold on. Actually, just keep playing this. Sonic. It's Sonic Eraser. I was close, but okay. Can you turn on audio for my stream just really quickly?
Give me a second. I gotta find it.
I don't know how else to share this with you.
All right, I've got it up. Okay, I can't listen. Oh my god, what the fuck is that sound?
It's Sonic Eraser. You've never heard Sonic Eraser?
No, that sounds so bad.
I'll have to send you the link to the video so you can watch the gameplay. It's like a Bejeweled style game. But that was in the hurdle the one day, and I'm like, oh, I know this one, but I don't know the name of it, and it wasn't one that I could look up, so I just had to like take the L. Oh man, the one day that it was Green Hill Zone, and I was like, come on, give me something easy. Oh man. Ah, shit.
Oh, see you later.
Yeah, this is the problem when I'm almost done with the pixel art, is I start falling off the top of it.
When the pixel art starts fighting back.
It's like, nah. Yeah, it's kind of funny because I feel like I'm a bigger Mario fan, but I know Sonic music like nobody's business. I guess Sonic is pretty big in my life.
I think that's why there's so many huge Sonic fans, because it is a big part of a lot of people's lives, especially since it's a longer running franchise, even though they haven't treated it right for a long time.
Yeah.
But for a lot of people, it's a majority of their childhood.
I would argue, I am of the firm belief that I think that the reason why the community is the way that it is because the games aren't good. Because
it could be,
it leads
it's a filter. It's a filter.
It leads to, like, you have to be a devout fan to enjoy a lot of Sonic games.
Yeah.
So fair. Like, it weeds out the people that aren't big fans, because they'll just like if a Sonic game isn't good for people, they'll just like not play it. You know, if a game isn't good, people will just not play it. Like, do you remember the game The Quarry? It was like a bad Xbox game that came out a few years ago. It's already dead.
Sounds very familiar.
Yeah. Like, you don't hear about these games that are like that awful. Like the only other game that I can think of that's like historically bad is like E.T., and that came out on the Atari. But like, you say Sonic, everybody's like Sonic 06. They know it immediately.
Yeah.
I am of the firm belief though that I liked Sonic 06 when I played it, and I can't wait to play Project 06 on stream, because it's like, guys, it's actually good this time. And I also think one thing that kept Sonic alive was the early 2000s, like Newgrounds, like animation kind of sphere. I think that kept Sonic alive for a lot of the times when the games were the worst. Because like they say there's no such thing as bad press. So when a game would be like come out and be legendarily bad, everybody would rush to be the guy that like had a video out about it. But yeah.
There's like a fine line between fun bad and boring bad though.
Yeah, and I think
There's
when
plenty,
Sonic
there's
games,
plenty of stuff that's like boring bad, but there's quite a bit of stuff that's fun bad. Especially Sonic being an entire franchise, I think it makes it easier for the bad games to be fun bad because it's still part of this bigger
yeah,
project.
like that's why I think that people still talk about Sonic 06 and don't talk about Sonic Boom as much. Because Boom is just like boring, but like 06, the core of the game is pretty good. Like the story could use some more revisions, but it's still a really damn good story. And like the actual levels, a lot of people, myself included, believe are well designed. They're just not optimized very well. I think the core of a lot of those games are really good. It's just the execution that's not, because they're rushed. They're not given the time that they need. That's the reason that that Mario is good and Sonic isn't, because shit. I put an extra spike on his back. Do I leave it or do I fix it? It's gonna bother me, but I don't want to fix it because it's so high up.
I'll fix it. Don't you have an elytra?
I do, but then I have to build up to it so I can like mine it. We could play a game that Salty DK Dan invented. I could I'll like start telling you a Sonic plot and you tell me if it's real or fake. Trying to think of ones that don't directly rip off his that he mentioned in there, because Sonic plots are crazy. I had a friend of mine who watched the Sonic 2 movie and was like, people like seem really hyped for the next one, like what's Sonic Adventure 2? And I was like, do you want to know Sonic Adventure 2 lore? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, all right, so Dr. Eggman's grandfather gets shot by firing squad in front of all of Sonic's like friends, and there's this girl named Maria who's Gerald's granddaughter who's suffering from space AIDS, and Eggman's grandfather makes a blood pact with a alien demon to take his blood to make Shadow, to try and use Shadow as a way to cure Maria's space AIDS. And then he builds this thing called the Comet that's eventually going to be used by those aliens to take over the world and use people's like souls as like fuel to like feed the aliens. And then Shadow beats them up. Or there's like Chaos is like a water guy. You got the Archie comics where like they have a Hitler quote. Oh, speaking of which, the Knuckles show that came out, there's unironically a line in it where one of the characters, like Knuckles is like, my entire tribe was killed, I'm the last of my kind, and the one character's mom goes, well, he's basically Jewish. And you know what's even funnier? That's not the first time that a Knuckles specific Sonic series, in like an actually penned one, not like fan, but like an actual official Sonic the Hedgehog product that is specifically about Knuckles, has made reference to the Holocaust. That's the second time it's happened.
That's beautiful.
Back in the day, one of the writers, Ken Penders, used a Hitler quote in his Knuckles comic. Sonic is an interesting series. What can I say? Wish I knew what the quote was off the top of my head, but I don't remember it. I just remember that it's a quote from Hitler.
You don't have to say Hitler quotes on stream.
Well, it's not. I'm actually referencing Sonic the Hedgehog, so it's okay. It's safe.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. Boy dinner. In Lythero's silver campaign video, actual art. I would frame that shit. God, this is such a pain in the ass. I hate doing pixel art. That's why I keep doing it. Up two, so up one more, and then gotta take all this out. I've stunned Dream speechless, I think. He has not commented in a while.
He said he was driving.
Oh. He's like, alright, heard too much about Sonic, gotta stop watching now.
Which is, I mean, honestly fair.
I mean, you're the one that brought it up.
I did. I also showed somebody who's a big Sonic fan, another Sonic autist,
Oh.
the hat that you made, and they really liked it. So,
Well, thank you. It's funny because it was used in the most recent show, and so to grab the algorithm, I called it like the Knuckles Paramount Plus show hat or something.
oh,
But
nice.
it's actually a reference to the Sonic OVA that came out in like the 90s.
Yeah, that was the what they brought up first was the OVA, but they're like, I think it's in the new show too.
Yeah, but like I was like I gotta hang up my Sonic Autist hat for a second so that I can grab the algorithm, because I was gonna call it the Sonic OVA hat, but I was like, people won't be looking for that. The heck. But I'm glad that they liked it. It printed really well. I was actually really hype. And
Yeah.
the funniest part is I bought that hat before I went to Egypt because I wanted to put a headband around the top to make it Joseph's hat from part 3 of JoJo. And so I got to reuse it for the Knuckles hat too.
Nice.
So it's like it's double cringe now because it's both a Sonic and an anime reference.
I've got the power of Sonic and anime on my side.
Dream said I'm driving him to the point of near extinction, just like Knuckles. He's basically Jewish. When Mike saw that on Twitter, I was like, "There's no way that's real."
The Google Play thing.
No, he's basically Jewish line.
Oh.
When I read the Google Play thing, I was like, has to be like somebody.
It's gotta be AI slop. There's no way that they got that much info just straight up wrong.
And it's not even close. Like, I could understand if it was like, oh, this is like Sonic 2 and it was Sonic 1, but it was like not even close. Like, it was like 1993, and also Sonic famous for his ability to hitchhike. Like, what is bro yapping about? Did you miss?
Come from?
Did you miss that?
No.
Yeah, one of the like posts in the thread said, why run fast when you can hitchhike like Sonic, or something like that.
Where did they pull that? That's so.
My guess is that it literally just
strange.
went to Google Images and like hit Sonic the Hedgehog, and then fed all of the pictures into the algorithm and were like, describe this picture.
Hang on, I'm looking right now. Because I mean, there is a part of the movie where he's sitting in a car, right? So maybe.
No, that's not the picture. It's a picture of it's a picture of the banner for the mobile game Sonic Jump.
What?
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's AI slop. It's actually just not real.
That's really funny.
Do you need me to send you the thread, or did you just look up Google
No,
Play?
no, I looked it up. I looked it up.
It's very funny, but it's also very sad. It's Google is dying, and this is their last ditch effort to gain back all the money they lost on Google search. Have you heard about that?
Not entirely, no.
Oh, okay. Well, Google search is apparently losing millions and millions of dollars, and experts in Silicon Valley believe that if they don't shape up and fly right, that Google might legitimately be in trouble. Not go bankrupt tomorrow, but they might go bankrupt in the next decade or something like that. Because they're starting to lose that to Bing. Isn't that crazy?
Ooh.
Bing is making more money than they are right now because their ads and AI stuff people just hate, and so they're using Bing. And is Edge off of Bing? Because I don't think they're using Yahoo. I'm trying to think of other search engines.
So Bing is owned by Microsoft. So Edge defaults to Bing.
That's what I thought. I'm trying to. I couldn't remember what the other search engines are because there's Google, Bing. I don't know what the other third biggest one is. Anyway, not important for this video. So I want to end off a little bit early, and I just finished this, and I think the last little bit was probably funny enough for me to just end it here. You got me talking about Sonic, and now I'm going to be talking about Sonic on Thursday. You should be here for Thursday when I can... Oh, it'd be so funny if I just started telling you random shit about Sonic.
I like the idea of guess if this Sonic plot is real or not. I like that idea.
It's very... I could legit do that on Thursday if you were around for the stream.
We could have if we could get more than just me too. If we could get Tim or something. Get a couple of people, and we could actually seriously, me and Tim could seriously discuss it or something.
I'd be down.
I think would be
I'd
funny.
be down. I could also prepare more, because I could make them more challenging.
We don't have to do it Thursday, but just something maybe in the future we can.
For instance, the two examples that he gives. Actually, I'm not going to give you any of the real examples. I'll give you one of the fake ones. He's Amy and Cream go on a shopping spree, and it's like a Barbie Dreamhouse game where they go you buy outfits and you dress up, and then they run into Eggman's niece. I think it's Eggletta is the name. I forget the actual name for her. And she's the main villain because she runs a corrupt fashion company. And that was what he pitched. I was like, fuck, if I didn't know anything about Sonic, I'd believe that was real. That sounds like something that they would make.
Huh. Yeah.
And the funniest part is Eggletta or whatever her name is actually real. It's from this is the last thing I swear.
One thing where I'm Eggletta sounds so fake. There's no way.
What is her actual name? Hold on. Oh, for a second I thought people could see my screen looking this up, and I'm like, no, please, please, please. I swear. Hold on. I have it close. Because people made fake music for her. And that I know the title of. Where is it? Omelette. That's it. That sounds real. If I came to you and I was like, Eggman's niece, Omelette, you'd be like, that's real.
Yeah.
Tails' name is Miles per hour. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yes, his real name is Miles Tails per hour.
Jesus.
Yes, Tails is the nickname that Sonic gave to him because he has two tails, but his real name is Miles per hour. So like miles per hour. I'm trying to think of other characters' names that are funny, but the rest of them are kind of like. I almost said serious. Charmy B, SPO the Chameleon. I don't know why. I guess it's because of the song, but I have Chaotix on the brain. Miles per hour is just the name of a character from Ace Attorney. All right, well, I think I'm gonna end the stream here because if I keep talking about Sonic, we're gonna be here forever.
And you'll miss your class.
I actually don't have class.
Oh.
Instead, I'm meeting with my group so we can finish off our final project.
Oh, so you'll miss something important.
Yeah.
Still
yeah.
important.
I've also got to move my car so my dad can get in because I'm on the charger right now. I'm charging that shit.
Nice.
Getting that charger.
Ever since you brought up the EV, I've been seriously looking at getting a Prius. I know you're like, oh, you should just go all the way, but
so I won't tell you like don't do it. I wouldn't do it. I would advise against it. But if you would like it,
well, okay,
I will not tell you to not do it.
Here's my thing. I would love to go full electric, and I think eventually I will in the future. But my brother works at a Prius dealership. I can get a used Prius for a really good price.
If all the stars align for you, go for it. I'm finding that the switch to electric is not as tough as you think it is.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's really not. Because, like...
And the thing is, so where I park my car, there used to be a garage there.
Mm-hmm.
There's power run out there. I could put a little charge station out there.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be that hard.
Because basically, I mean, that video that I sent you, it explains it way better. But basically, all the cord does is tell the grid how much power to draw. But you're just connecting to the grid. That's all that a charge point does.
Yep.
It's just a controlled point access to the grid. But yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not too worried about it, but it's just
the only reason that I am a big proponent of electric over hybrid is just because then you kind of get the negatives of both without the positives of one or the other. Like one of the big positives of electric is we talked about this, but the easier maintenance, so like the decreased maintenance cost. But if you have both sets of materials, you're going to have, like if you have both sets, you're going to have.
Still need oil changes. I still need to worry about battery health.
Yep, and
your
power.
It's a hybrid, though, oil changes are less often.
But your power is also less efficient on your car.
Yeah,
because
there's
it has to
there's
run
more moving parts, more rotational.
Like the same so the best cars on the market are 40% efficient in the comparison. Because like when you take a kilowatt off the grid, you can use almost the entire kilowatt directly to drive your car. But getting a kilowatt of energy out of gas, you're only going to be able to use about 40% of that to move your tires.
Yeah, because it
has to go through all the other stuff.
Yeah, the way Toyota does it and most other places do it, because Toyota did it first, is it's through the transmission. Like the motor is actually like inside the transmission.
Mm-hmm.
So you still have all the loss from it's at the end of the transmission, so you don't get the loss from the transmission, but you get the loss from like the CV axles and the front ball joints and everything. So it's not like a direct drive, basically. It's like Bowden versus direct drive. Let's go. We figured it out.
Yeah. But see, the problem is there's merit to Bowden. There's no merit to not having an electric. Oh, I'm kidding.
Dream is talking about his plug-in hybrid. That's what I think I would want to get, is the plug-in hybrid, because the amount of times I just dart back and forth from work and I could do that fully electric.
Oh yeah, it'd be nice.
Would make sense. Yeah. And like obviously, fully electric car would make more sense.
It makes more sense for me if it like I am more on board with your choice if it makes more sense financially.
Yeah, that's what it would be. It would
but
be financial. financial thing.
I would, if comparing apples to apples, I would recommend all electric over a hybrid. But like I probably would have gotten a gas car if it weren't for the fact that I got really lucky with my dealership having an electric vehicle. So like I can't sit here and be like, don't take advantage of a really good deal, because that's what I did. I'd be a huge hypocrite if I didn't.
No, for sure. Like, yeah, if I was spending brand new car money on a brand new car, I would seriously be considering full electric. But I'm not. I'm buying a old used vehicle.
Have they told you? I don't know how seriously into it you've been looking, but have you looked at the tax credits on it? Because the tax credits on the the fully electric are pretty crazy right now.
Federal or state? Because state cut those way the fuck back recently.
I believe it was federal, but if it's state, I apologize. They didn't tell me which it was. They just said the governmental tax
yeah,
credit.
that's something I'll have to look into.
Yeah, because I don't know how much this is not something for stream. I don't know how much you make a year, but at least where I believe, if I remember correctly, it was $120,000 a year. So if you made under that, you applied for the tax credit. And I'm guessing you're not a dependent, so you wouldn't have to worry about that. And I'm guessing that you make under $120,000 a year. I'd be really surprised if you did, because the way that you talk, I wouldn't imagine that you make that much money.
If I made that much money, I would not be working at Walmart still.
If you made that much money, you would just be buying a straight up all electric. You would not be worrying about which is better financially.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, I'd still buy a used car because new cars are a scam, but it would be like
you would buy a used car. Because new cars are a scam?
Yeah, new cars are a scam, dude.
Oh, I don't know.
Like brand new off the lot, that's a scam. You're getting scammed.
I don't think so.
They depreciate so fast that you can pick up a car that was like 1 or 2 years leased for like half off.
Controversial considering how much we talk about financials. I would rather lose the couple thousand to that scam that you're saying, to not have to worry about dealing with whatever the hell happened to it before I owned it.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I've never had.
If it's a leased vehicle, though, chances are it came with some sort of like maintenance package, so it's going to be maintained.
That's true.
It's only owned for a year or two. I think that's. I still think.
Well, I mean, that's what my car is.
I mean, if
so
you
I can't
have
say
the money,
too much.
if you have the money and it's a car you're going to buy and drive into the ground, which is what I would do. I'm not a big fan of like reselling my vehicle. I want to drive it until it don't drive no more, right?
Yeah.
So I think a new car does still make sense, but I think if you're money conscious and stuff,
yeah,
like that, I think
the only
sense.
Everything you have said makes sense. I look at it from a different end, which I don't think is what you were saying. So I don't take this as Kirby, you're wrong. I think people look at pre-owned as, oh well, I can fix it up, and to that I say, but what is your time worth? Like, look at all the time that you're going to spend in fixing that car up, or like over its lifespan, how many times you have to replace like a new vehicle, you're not going to have to replace the parts as much as you will on a pre-owned vehicle, or the chances, let's say, so that you don't give me trouble. But all of those costs add up, but they're not initially, so people don't think of them as much. And as I get older,
another point.
You've got to value your time a little bit.
Most cars that were only leased for a year or two, they're still under factory warranty, and they usually get sold to you with some sort of dealership warranty as well.
And that's what I got.
My brother's car, basically brand new. He bought it in 2020. It was a 2018, 2 years old, leased for 2 years. Full service history, so you know that it got oil changes on time. You know that it was getting oil changes from the dealership, so everything's all above board and skookum.
Yeah. I guess the difference in the thinking of us two right now is when you say pre-owned, you're talking like 1 or 2 years. I'm thinking like 4 or 5.
Well,
pre-owned.
I'm not even talking pre-owned. I'm talking leased.
Yeah, and that's a debt
which is
that
different.
I am more on your side if we're talking about like year or two pre-owned off of a lease.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's
The
what I'm
older
talking
you
about.
get, like I'm talking like people will be like, "Oh, you got to buy beaters that are like 5 grand and
No,
then
no,
fix
no,
those
no,
up."
no.
Those I think are a little silly
Yeah,
and a waste of your
because yeah,
time and money.
then you end up spending. I mean, I get it. Having sometimes you just need a car to get from A to B. So
Yeah.
I don't blame people for buying shit boxes. It's
Oh
something
yeah,
that
and
you
in
have to do.
this economy, you kind of it's
Yeah,
it's the it's the it's the forever poor fallacy where it's like the rich man can buy good boots, but the poor man has to keep buying old boots, so he'll always be poor. Whereas the rich man
because
can save
yeah,
money
he
because
ends up
he
spending
had that
more money.
initial
Yeah.
capital investment. But that's a completely different story. Speaking of completely different story, I gotta wrap the stream up so I can go.
Oh, okay.
If you want to talk, I'll be here on Thursday and we can talk more,
All right.
which I know you
I'm gonna
won't
wrap
take me
up
up
my
on.
stream as well. I didn't finish my build, but that's fine.
Hey, got something for next time.
Yeah, true.
True. Yo, he's so true. All right, well, I'm gonna do my wrap up real quick, and then, but I'll still be here. All right, everybody. Well, I want to thank you all very much for watching, as always. I want to thank you for the response that I've gotten on the last video that I posted, which was yesterday. It's gotten some great feedback. In fact, I think I'm going to post a follow up to that video tomorrow, and then a normal video on Friday, like I said on the schedule. If you're interested in just my Minecraft, I'll be back on next Tuesday, I believe, same time, unless anything changes. And if you're interested in just my streams in general, on Thursday I will be back for Sonic Frontiers. I'm going to be finally playing the what is it? The Horizon, Final Horizon, I believe is the name of the DLC. But anyway, it's the like new ending to the game, which is exciting because then that game can move into Road to 100 like some of the others that I have on the channel. And I'm hoping that after I get kind of over this hump of busyness in my personal life, I will be live on Twitch more often. So please, 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 if you do not already follow me on Twitter, that's where I post about being live on Twitch. And no worry, because I do plan to post all of the VODs to the channel. And depending on feedback, I could also look into making a VOD channel. The only reason I haven't is because I haven't streamed on Twitch since last year. So that channel would kind of sit a little dormant. So that I'm kind of waiting on some feedback from some channel members on how they feel about me posting the VODs just on this channel. Wish there was a better, cleaner way to post VODs on this channel, or on YouTube, I mean. So yeah. All right. Well, with all that being said, I thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you in the next stream.